I'm gonna get some water and then I'll run the pipe.
Good time for me to finish my lunch.
Sent music, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Another one, thank you.
A new year and new spells to mess up and set stuff on fire.
New potions
We are
to
not
blow up.
messing up anything.
New fires to burn.
And who
Literally.
wants
And bridges.
Slytherin?
Jay, Astro, we gotta do this. We gotta win the House Cup.
We
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
god. The sneakers.
Let's hear it for the Slytherins. Bringing home the
cool,
gold.
yeah. Good job for the Slytherins, but it's Ravenclaw's year now.
Don't worry, we are winning again this year, guys. No need to.
Don't worry.
Oh,
Roderick, we're running the table. We're doing it.
Depends on how many things you set on fire, I guess.
The Great Hall will be green every year. Don't worry.
with envy of the blue.
Don't worry. We're going wire to wire on this one. Never losing the lead.
Oh. Okay. That's not what I heard about. That's not the word on the street with Ravenclaw.
I mean,
Listen.
in all fairness, Melanie's probably gonna lose us a lot of points with sneaking out into the Forbidden Forest.
Well, that's only if you get caught.
That's true. She's gonna
Listen.
get better at sneaking out.
Listen, when does Edward say anything with less than full confidence, even if there should be none?
That's the best kind of confidence to have.
Well,
When you're 12, when you're 13 years old, that's the best kind. That's the only kind we know how to have.
less cool when you're a full adult.
Yeah.
Person I know recently lost their job, and like I'm not the biggest fan of them, because they're the kind of person that it doesn't matter what they say, they always say it with full confidence. And also, I think they are a compulsive liar because they just make crap up. And then they're like, yep, absolutely 100%. And I'm like,
I knew someone like
are
that.
you certain about that? 100%. Yeah.
I knew
yeah, you're
someone like
lying
that.
to me. And I think he just can't help it. Like he he struggles
Yeah, no,
not
it's like
knowing.
it's a compulsive thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pathological lying.
They
is
have
a
to
thing.
feel like
Pathological, yeah.
they're saying everything.
Mm-hmm.
They have to feel like they are always on the same page or always pushing this narrative. I've known people like that. So Bree's the therapist, not me. So
Let us begin.
woo! I am never going to get over that intro.
Thank you. It was commissioned by OPB Musical, people who make Dungeons and Dragons like
intro
music
things. It's
commissions.
incredible.
They're lovely. There is a little ad for them on the Discord, like kind of a shout out.
Ooh,
They're
okay.
great. Kind of funny story, a tiny little story about it is that a friend of mine, I know them kind of personally, and I knew they were doing this, and I sent in an inquiry about it. They were like, I told them what I wanted. They were like, oh, it would be this much money. And I was okay with the money, but they were like, it could be up to like 9 weeks. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to. And so I didn't buy it. I didn't sign the contract. 2 weeks later, I get it back, and I'm like, dude, what? Well, I didn't sign the contract, man. You made this. This is amazing. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. That's my bad. Our guys were really excited about the commission."
That's great.
And I went, "All right, I'll pay you." It wasn't 9 weeks, so
That is actually insane.
That's
Yeah.
great.
mhm. Okay. All right.
Also, I have an announcement to everyone that it's not Alex because Alex probably knows about this. Melanie has a fooper now.
Yeah,
He stole a fooper from the Forbidden Forest.
Oh
we're
my
gonna see a big
God.
bright pink bird in a minute here.
Those are the
I
ones you
said-
have to silence, CO, right?
Hmm?
Those are the ones you have to do this cast Silencio on, right? Or was it another
You don't
one?
know Silencio, so
I know, but those are the ones that you should.
yeah,
Because
they're
they
really loud.
can drive you insane. Yeah.
I'm not.
I can't remember exactly, but it's something
Well,
like
it's Yurik the Oddball might have been insane before, which is where the kind of the tale comes from. Is Yurik the
fair
Oddball?
enough. But yes, very loud. And very pink.
Last episode we finished up second year. A bunch of you guys ended up in the
First
Quidditch
thing-
teams, either on reserve or even on the team. Actually, I think everyone was on reserve. No one got good enough. But sometimes, like I was saying, we'll go back to Diagon Alley, or we'll have train role play, or we'll have something in between. But we're just gonna jump right back in. This will be after summer break. In the newly brightened corridors of Hogwarts, whispers are in the hall. And the whispers of the past, too, linger like morning mist over the Black Lake. And a new era is quietly unfolding. The ancient castle, a beacon of magic and mystery, awakens the murmur of students returning for another year. Among them, our favorite students are already affixed into their seats. My music is too loud. Turn that down. Still too loud. What the hell? There we go. On this crisp violet afternoon in early September, the great hall with its enchanted ceiling reflects the starry sky outside. Long tables, soon to be laden with sumptuous feasts, stand ready to welcome the new students, their house banners fluttering gently in the air. Professor McGonagall, the headmistress, rises to her feet, commanding silence with a mere look. Her eyes are sharp as an eagle's, sweeping over the assembly of students, and she begins to speak. Her voice is imbued with the weight of wisdom and the warmth of genuine care. Welcome back, students. As the new year rears its head once again, I ask that all of you devote yourselves to your studies. I am to notify you that if any of you are struggling with classes, individual sessions may be booked with teachers. At Hogwarts, we have some of the foremost greatest minds of the Wizarding world working here. Our faculty know you and want you to succeed. I am subsequently constrained to remind students that outside of classes, Bombarda and Dafodio spells are strictly banned. Rule breakers, and especially repeat offenders, she says, looking out towards some in the crowd, will not be tolerated. Lastly, this year, certain dungeon pathways, such as Portus Periculum, Portus Medius, and the Hieroglyphic Hall, are all out of bounds, while restorations are being done. Now, without further ado, Please welcome our new first year students as they are sorted. And as McGonagall gestures, the grand doors of the great hall creak open. A flood of eager, wide-eyed students pours in, their robes swishing around their ankles, making them look like little imps. They shuffle forward. I have a yawn. Ah. A collective mass of anticipation and nerves, making their way to the front under the eyes of everyone around them. At Hufflepuff table, Nolan leans forward. Oh yeah, think my twin's gonna be getting sorted this year. You have a twin? You have a twin? You have a twin? Morgan, Wilfred, and Rin react in unison, each with differing tones of surprise, excitement, and disbelief. Is he blind too? Juniper immediately hits Wilfred across the back of the head. Dude. Over at the Slytherin table, Ernesia clambers onto her seat, then half onto the shoulders of Miss Gemma Drayton, trying to get a bird's eye view. Get off me, Ernesia! Gemma protests, struggling to balance the added weight and the surprise of suddenly becoming a human lookout post. I need to see my sister, Ernesia insists. The new students gather up at the front, and after a short speech, the headmistress begins to call out their names. The first one sounds familiar. I guess I got art that I can show off. Ooh. Okay. Underclassmen. The first of the names. You see a boy. Well, I'll call the name first. Zachary Anderson. You can see Nolan's sibling. He has the same kind of face. They look very similar. Same blonde hair. His is kind of parted on the side and is a little more curly than his brother's. And he, of course, next to Wilfred's questioning, is not blind. He has these light blue eyes. He holds himself upright, takes a deep breath, and walks forward with an amount of confidence and poise that his brother does not possess. Let me show you. The Sorting Hat will name him Slither. Could have called that one. Nolan says at Hufflepuff. Sylvie, make me an insight check.
Okay. Hang on, just wait for it to load. Come on, small screen. What am I doing again? What did you say? Insight.
Insight.
Okay. 5. Puny.
Man, Nolan never mentioned he had a twin. Out of character, he doesn't.
He doesn't. It's his younger brother.
It's his younger brother. But he's been able to fool quite a few of the other Hufflepuffs who are all like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Nolan. You guys are separated. And like, yeah. A few other names are called out. Renate Connolly is called, and some other older boy in Hufflepuff is like, woo! Come on, go! His little sister is going up. She's sort of in a Hufflepuff as well. Hufflepuff! Euphemius Doge is called up. Some curly-haired boy. Actually, no, he's not curly-haired. Not this one. He's put in the Slytherin. And then there's a set of twins. Euphemius Doge. Oh, sorry. Messed that up. Gabriel Eccleston. Slytherin. James Eccleston, Gryffindor. Putting it there. Thing about twins, they're very common in the wizarding world. Twins, triplets, it happens all the time. No one really knows why, but when it comes to wizarding families, very often. And I say this because JK just seems to love to write twins. There's so many in her books. There's so many. Unbelievable. Another name is called Willow Foster. That's my name. Move. Move! Another little girl like pushes people away, steps up and like fixes her hair. She goes up very nicely and sits down, like very prim and proper, looking as cute as possible, despite her pushing people almost to the ground. Slytherin is called quite quickly. Oh, of course. She goes to go sit down. And then there's another name that you do actually recognize, at least the last name. Micaiah Green is called up as Ernicia's little sis. Woo! You go, Four Eyes! She yells out over the crowd. And like her sister turns over and like fixes her glasses. You can see she has braids, and they're like all put up into sort of a big like knot at the top of her head, and then they also drape down on her sides. She takes a deep breath, trying to not listen to her sister. She goes up there and sits down. Ravenclaw is called out. And Ernisi is like, fucking nerd. This is Micaiah, Ernisia's little sister. Very cute. And yes, she is a bit of a nerd. And the last name would be Jaya Patel. Would be sorted into Gryffindor. Those are some of our little side characters. When finally they're all set down, food appears. And oh man, you've been dreaming about this since last year. It is the first year feast. There's so much like there's like a whole turkey and there's ribs and mashed potatoes and scrumptious looking desserts. So much here to enjoy. And I'm going to roll randomly. 1, 2, 3. We got 6 people. Edward, over at the Slytherin table. What's going on?
Oh. Sorry about your sister there, Nisi. Guess she won't be joining us over here in Slytherin. The winning house, he says out loud.
You can hear like some other like people down the way cheer out for that because they did get the most people this year. Yeah, unlike our year, or at least. Definitely last loser. It's not about quantity, it's about quality, Gemma says.
I agree, Gemma, and the quality of my work speaks for itself.
Ernisia's like, I'm happy that my sis isn't here. That just means I actually get privacy, mostly to myself. And Taylor. But I'm nosy. Learn to love it. Taylor says.
Man, I am looking forward to this year, though. Hopefully things will go better in Transfiguration, but I see good things ahead. Only good things. Where's my sister? Okay, she's distracted. Only good things.
Where's did I post grades for the end of the year?
You did.
Yes.
I did. Lovely.
Yes.
Lovely.
That's where I noted that Jay's the only one who went down in GPA.
If you need help in Transfiguration class, I got an E in that class, Levi says.
You did. Ah, man, that. Do you need help in anything? I'm really good at defense against the dark arts. That's like my best subject. If you need help in that, let me know.
No. I'll just help you. I don't have to get something out of it.
Levi, you still have a lot to learn about being a Slytherin. Gotta get something out of something.
So I'm told, he says.
Well, look, you ever need it? Just ask, because I am always willing to lend my fantastic mind and even more fantastic ideas to anyone who needs them.
Gemma, like, scoffs with, like, a little chuckle at what Edward says.
Why?
Roderick, what are
He's
you
not-
doing? Oh,
I
good,
was about
good.
to cut in.
You're already going. Fuck yeah. We're on the same wavelength.
Well, he's very good at setting things on fire. That's what I will say. Very useful.
Listen, you know who to call if you need a fire and get away with it. Am I right?
Absolutely. How was your summer, by the way, Edward?
So let's see. I tried to learn Accio over the summer, and that was I broke the same vase 12 times.
Oh. Well, did you learn Reparo for it?
No, I did, however, learn that my family does not appreciate it when I fail so spectacular at a spell that I summon something that's behind me, which is why the vase broke 12 times.
Ernestia's like, did they enjoy the ministry showing up to your house too? Are we not allowed to cast spells outside of Hogwarts?
You know, they didn't like that part either. I thought I was being subtle.
She scoffs, kind of with a laugh.
It was really funny because my parents work for the ministry too, so it's kind of like, what is happening? It's like, we don't know. It's like,
they show up and they're
Well-
like, "Hey, Dave, why are you here? We don't have a dinner party or anything. I have to talk to you about your son. He's got to stop, man. He's got to cut it out."
You should have studied Transfiguration. Your grade last year was horrendous.
listen, is it a good idea to shore up a weakness? Yeah, probably. But instead, what if you just were so good at other things, people forgot about the thing you're really bad at?
Which one would that be? I don't remember you being good at anything, to be honest, except for maybe charm.
Tell me, Roderick, what was your defense grade last semester?
What was? Will I let me check?
A.
A.
Yes, A. Oh, that was mine.
Yep.
Well, what was your potions grade?
An E.
Oh, I gotta know. Look at that.
See? Just be really good at a bunch of other things, and people won't start looking at your weakness because they'll be so dazzled by the strength.
Gotta love the competitiveness, Ernestia says. I have a sister to go annoy. I'll talk to you guys later. She stands up.
Oh, enjoy, I guess. Speaking of weeds, Mr. Hawthorne, I had a favor to ask of you.
Oh, dangerous words to say, but I'm listening.
I noticed that you have a violin, and I happen to be a player myself, but due to unlucky events, I forgot to bring it with me last year. And I thought of bringing it this year, but I realized that my sibling had broken it. So, if it wouldn't be too much, hassle. I would appreciate it if you lend it to me for some practice every now and then.
Little edit here. Little pause.
Okay.
Edward, you do actually have an O. You had an O. We were looking at semester 1.
Oh.
We're looking at the wrong one. Roderick had an E in DADA.
Oh.
Anyway, continue.
It doesn't matter, but
All right, so you just want to borrow the violin to practice?
yes, absolutely.
Roderick, you play violin? Gemma asks.
I do, but as I said, I don't have one with me, and I forgot to bring it, and now it's broken.
Yeah. But are you any good?
Obviously, I am the best violin player out there, and I can prove it to you after Mr. Hawthorne lends me his violin.
Oh,
Oh.
but you're saying
Roderick, why don't we do a duet sometime? I've been wanting to get the keys out.
Oh,
wait.
I mean, I'd love to, but how come you didn't invite Hawthorne to play with you anytime?
Didn't really seem like his thing, nor did I know that he was into violin.
Wait, Gemma, you play the piano?
Well, of course. I mean,
Oh,
I think that with all of us, it was a part of our upbringing. You know, you have to learn something. It was either that or the upright bass, and I don't not exactly have the height for that one. So
Gemma, this is actually really funny. Actually, my sister plays the piano.
Why is that funny?
No, it's just funny because it's like, wait, have you not met my sister yet, Gemma?
oh, we've become acquainted. She's a, a lovely individual.
Oh, does she know you play the piano though?
I don't think she even knows I exist.
Oh, well, let's go introduce you right now.
Oh,
Come on, let's
great.
go. Grab her by the arm. Let's go.
Roderick,
Look-
uh, just like put a pin in it. Yeah. No. How much older is your sister?
She would be a 6th year now.
Damn. Out of character. Gemma, because we're in 2nd year now, is deeply intimidated by your sister. And probably is very attracted to her. She's like, like somebody being like an older girl, like way out of your league completely. Should never
You
happen, but
you act
yeah.
like Edward wouldn't notice that at all. He wouldn't.
Well, I'm not. That's why I said out of character. So
Yep.
like, I don't think we'll roleplay the scene, but we kind of see her very nervous, which we don't normally see among her own peers. It's kind of
Yep.
cute.
Me and my sister, we used to play duets for our grandparents all the time. I haven't done that in a while though. At least not since they left for Hogwarts.
Edward, since when do you have friends?
How I have friends. I'm friends with Miss Gemma Drayton right here, Ernisi over there, Levi, Roderick. Ooh, Sally Peel, or Salua, you might know her as a different name. And your little crush's daughter, Professor Milne's daughter, Sadie.
Sorry, your little crushes, dog. Oh, right, because
Yours,
you made the thing. Yeah.
right? You always have those you always dot your I's with hearts whenever you write essays for Muggle studies. I thought that was a sign.
Mhm. Gemma, darling, do you want to see something cool? Sure, yeah, I'd love to. She says, Lap of Force. Make me a wisdom saving throw, Edward, at disadvantage.
Oh boy, everyone, this is a 0. Four.
You turn into mind and body a rabbit. Huh, huh, still like running away. Gemma's like gasps out, and she just sort of enjoys watching it run around, scared from being inside of the crowd out here.
Oh, if possible, I know exactly who I run to.
If you ever need to put him in his place, come to me, she says. And then we cut over toward you. Where do you go to?
I'm running right towards Mel.
So Melanie, I think it lasts for a little while. I need to check she's in 6th year. I'm pretty sure it's available in 6th year. Lappy
Alex, I didn't get to say this last time, but you are playing my sister perfectly. Keep doing it. Keep doing
Cool.
this.
It lasts for 1 hour.
Oh God.
Oh, Melanie's gonna have to put up with this.
No, here's the thing, you don't know. So you're here, like, Melanie, what's going on at your table?
So Melanie is she's probably a little bit distracted right now. Not interacting with too many Ravenclaws because she's not friends with a whole bunch of Ravenclaws. Not super close, anyways. She is currently probably. I wonder if she brought. I don't know for a fact if she brought any animals with her this year. Probably Hockey's made a return.
Yeah, you probably have
She's
like an
attached to
iron
him.
cage now.
Yeah, she's attached to him.
Mhm.
And so he is in her bag again. She's always bringing that bag with her for the first night, just so he doesn't get loose.
I think Brett at your table will turn over toward you. Melanie, you like creatures, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I should take her next time, he says, talking to somebody else. Billy's like, or you could take me. I like creatures too. Billy says. You kind of are like, you've been brought into a conversation you didn't hear, so you don't know what really he's going on about.
Hold on, you're cutting out. You're a little robotic for me. Give me just a sec to check something. All right, can you repeat that? So sorry.
The last thing that I said was that you're kind of like
Just
on the
right after Billy.
you're on the outside of that conversation, so you're not really sure what they've been talking about.
So yeah, she's not super sure what they're talking about.
Yeah, this is definitely best Wi-Fi.
I really thought I got the Wi-Fi issue fixed. It was working so well until now.
You could do Ethernet. Ethernet would definitely fix
that's
it.
a good idea. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I have an
Is
extender.
there a modem nearby?
I have an extender.
Yeah, I would definitely
So.
check if it has a Ethernet port.
I think
and
it does,
then
so I'm probably going to end up doing that. Yeah,
maybe next week.
I'll have to order one. Yeah, that's a good idea. Anyways, so Melanie kind of tilts her head, just like, yeah, I like creatures. What's this about?
Oh, well, I was talking about going back. Over the summer, I went to the Romanian dragon sanctuary.
Melanie's eyes kind of sparkle, and she's like a whole new person.
Yes, his mother works there. Billy says he was talking about maybe taking us next year. Well, taking you certainly, and if Melanie, if you like, dragons, if you're not too scared, you go by.
Why would I be scared of such wonderful creatures?
A few eggs were recently laid, so probably by next winter they're gonna be breathing fire on them, and then we'll have wormlings.
I think Melanie's stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. She usually spends her summers with her great grandparents. At the same time, dragons. Oh crap!
And
Am I
that's
really
when
struggling here? Okay.
No, we heard you. That's when you can feel something slam into like the back of your legs under the
Okay.
bench. Oh, and you think it's maybe hockey or something. You look down and pull out this like Edward. Are you like a brown rabbit? Are you like a spotted? Are you pure white? What are you?
You're muted.
Pure white rabbit. I am
Okay.
made for
Pure
snow.
white rabbit.
Well, where did you come from, friend?
In rabbit. My sister turned me into a rabbit. Do you know a way to fix this?
Squeak,
you're
squeak,
chatty.
squeak, squeak, squeak. Wait
You
a
know
second.
what? This comes
You-
back to something that Ian and I were talking about in general.
You have a
Because
feature, don't you?
or yeah. I think Ian knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But
Well, hello. What to name you? Huh? Was someone saying something?
You I think you have you're a groundskeeper, aren't you, for background?
Yes.
Oh no, that's value all life. But I'm pretty sure you didn't pick the intelligence bump
No,
up.
it's
You picked
wisdom.
the communicate simple creatures, and
Oh,
you're
with
also able to
communicate, yeah.
read their emotional state.
Oh,
So while you
yeah!
can't understand him, you understand that this bunny
distressed.
is in search of help and is distressed, is not hungry, is not thirsty, but is distressed.
Melanie's just gonna kind of cradle him in her arms, like, hello. I'm taking you with me, just for the night. Just for the night.
It's gonna be so funny in 45 minutes.
Listen, I told you Ian and I have talked about something similar already.
Mhm.
So this is really could not be more perfect. Well,
in rabbit.
hello,
In
new friend.
rabbit. In rabbit, he'll just say like, "Dang it! I thought commanders could like communicate with animals with their minds, or was that something else?" Read my thoughts.
Jay, you can see Melanie has somehow, and Astra, you can see somehow Melanie has found a
friend.
full-on rabbit in the middle of the Great Hall.
Only Melanie.
Are animals allowed in the Great Hall? I tend to Astra.
I was just going to ask you that. You seem to know the rules more than me in some areas. As far as
Don't
social
scare
norms,
him.
what's appropriate? Is
I
this
don't know.
typical?
Is this typical? Melanie, I see
Jane
how
just
far
looks
is she?
over. No. In fact, we're not even allowed pets until 3rd year. Melanie
okay,
seemingly
I'll,
doesn't care much about the rules.
It's okay. I'll release him tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Why don't you release him tonight? I'm sure that the wolves would like a nice snack.
Janice,
Oh,
we don't
that
have
seems harsh.
wolves.
It's the circle of life.
Why should the rabbit be punished
True,
for
but
entering
that
in
is
a
the
castle?
circle of life, but he is clearly a domesticated rabbit.
Oh,
How do you know
Can
that?
you tell?
I
Sure,
need
sure.
Well,
that
because he's
rodent.
comfortable around humans.
I don't need that rodent sending little pellets all over my food.
Oh
Not a
my
rodent.
goodness. I don't even.
Oh, come on. It's not like we have wolves. It's just a jest, right, Janice?
Oh, you're right. The werewolves would have a field day.
The what? No, I know who those are.
And now you're talking bad about
Um,
werewolves. Okay.
there are no werewolves around. Okay, we have security. We're safe.
Actually, Jay, there is a werewolf colony out in the Forbidden Forest.
And I intend to find them one day.
What? What?
Did I say that out loud?
Well,
Do you intend to find this werewolf?
you
Nice
intend to
story,
be
though.
you intend to be some kind of werewolf, Melanie? You
No.
know that werewolves aren't allowed to have their own wands, right?
Which is completely and utterly bollocks, if you ask me.
Okay.
You know what? I believe in you. Just do not drag me into it.
I like this J. This J year 2
You know
is
what?
lovely.
Deal. But she kind of gives like a look to the rest of them, just like. And she just doesn't say anything more. Just like, I don't even want to talk to you if you're like going to be prejudiced against anything, animals, werewolves, whatever. And again,
Saoirse
Melanie's
says,
judgmental. So.
I'd like to see a werewolf try to get into this castle. I'll blast him into Last Sanctuary.
Get 'em, girl. Okay. I feel very safe right now in some ways, and then emotionally very unsafe in others.
As long as she uses it for not me. No, not for against me. Not you know what I mean.
Jay, I thought you were going to say as long as she uses it for good and not evil. We're so
No,
close.
no. It's good and evil is relative, and that's too difficult for people of our age to understand, truly. I mean, I do because I'm 13 now, so.
Oh my gosh.
But yes, Melanie, I believe you'll do great out in the Forbidden Forest. Just if you're going to keep around any more pets, as Jana said, I do not want any pellets near or around a 6-foot radius, and I will notice because I do have a nose.
You realize I know how to take care of creatures, correct?
I'm not saying you don't.
Petting Edward
just
right
like-
now.
Just like, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them.
I'm sure this commander is the expert here. It's a reminder. No, that's just a rabbit.
Astra, owls come by and you see something drift down and plop onto your table, and it is a quibbler.
Oh, thanks, Stargazer. I love getting to see my little owl.
Melanie's kind of looking
Yeah.
around for Stella just to make sure, but
Jay awkwardly shuffles a bit away.
are you still scared of them?
I'm not scared. She has a scene, sorry.
We're gonna work
Oh
on that.
dear, a quibbler. Seems like it was an eventful summer.
Melanie's still just kind of like looking at Edward. What should I name you? Not that you need a name, but
It's kind of like on the front of the quibbler. There's like a picture of Crumplehorn Snorkack, like trail sightings. So we're saying like kind of like Bigfoot. You know, they've like taken like plaster molds, and there's a advertisement about Xenophilius who's like putting on a kind of pop-up museum, like a crypto museum, to like showcase their newest findings of the Crumplehorn Snorkack.
So Astra's immediately perked up. Here's my quibbler. Oh my goodness, there's been a sighting. What's Bitcoin? Seems like a magical jinx to me.
Just covering Edward's ears. Don't listen to this.
Don't listen too closely, financial bros. You hear from.
I mean,
you hear from a silent ghost from years past.
Then again, at this year, if you bought in this year, you can't deny that you would make a shit ton of money.
This
you
is
are
true.
a king. But even then, it was still like, is this monopoly money? So yeah, Astra's like, oh, Bitcoin, is that something I can get at Hogsmeade?
Oh, crypto.
How cool. Crypto, Bitcoin.
Like cryptozoology, not crypto. You said it. I thought, oh my gosh, Bree, that's hilarious. And then I realized you were just riffing off what I said. Cryptozoology, not crypto mining.
I thought you put them behind currency so you can't see them. Oh my gosh. So that's a double. That's me and Astra for that one.
So he's putting on a cryptozoology like showcase for his findings about the Crumplehorn Snorkack.
Okay, Astra thought he was being a financial bro and keeping these top secret findings behind some secret currency.
He also has made an NFT of his blurry camera photo of the Crumplehorn Snorkack. Yeah.
Can we learn Avada Kedavra again? What's the rule on that? What did we agree on with that? No. How cool!
Oh.
I think I would show Billy. She'd probably be interested in this creature.
You know, I think that Billy might be like, oh, that's lovely. Very, very, very cool. She's like, she doesn't believe in the Crumplehorn Snorkack. So when you're like, this is cool, look, the sighting, she's like, that is definitely in Rumpant tracks, but you know, you do you.
Melanie, if she saw that, she'd point that out too.
Yeah. So, Astor, you get to enjoy that. It's the future of Wizarding.
Literally.
Whoever you are, I love you. You're incredible.
That's Jess.
That's Jess. Hi, Jess. I love you.
Not the crypt. No. Wow.
Jess, I threatened Alex on your behalf, just so you know.
We're gonna go over to Sylvie. But that's fucking hilarious now. God.
That was
not
definitely
canon.
inspo worthy for sure.
Oh, by the way, Melanie names Edward Zephyr.
Oh.
Just as a note, Edward technically named himself.
Your fursona, if you will.
How dare you? Never have I been so insulted.
Back at Hufflepuff House. Sylvie, you're hanging out down there. People are talking about their summer breaks and everything like that, and what they're excited for, what kind of classes they're getting into. Personally, I can't wait till third year. That's when divinations start, and I can start to predict the lottery numbers, Morgan says.
Lottery? Isn't that a muggle bingo? What's that?
No. They have one. They put it on every single year out in Diagon Alley. The Gringotts Lottery. Man, whoever invented that was a genius. Must be making like big time bucks now. And me, I want a piece of that pie. Divination's gonna help me along the way. Nolan's like chuckling along, just letting him, do his thing. Yeah,
Nice.
you do that, Morgan.
So, guys, tell me about your summer. Nolan, what did you get up to? Anything adventurous and fun?
We had a thing we were gonna go out and do. We were gonna go out to Ireland for a little while. Oh, seriously, my neck of the woods. Juniper says on the other side. Yeah, but it didn't end up working out actually. So I just spent the summer at home. Hey, same. Wilfred says. He's basically locked indoors most days. Yeah, but Wilfred, that's probably because you were grounded. I came by his house. His mom said he was not available. Morgan says. Nolan kind of fades back into that obscurity at the side and gets silent, Sylvie, because often the Hufflepuffs can all jabber and yap and kind of riff off of each other, and that's good. But Nolan, among everybody, is probably one of the more quiet of people. He likes to listen. Yeah. Do you follow up with him?
Yes. Maybe I'm sat next to him, so I think I've just realized my tongue is blue. I apologize. I'm drinking some.
Yeah. Be sorry, man.
I'm so sorry.
Takes me out of my immersion.
God damn it. So I'm probably sat next to Nolan, and I'll notice him pull back, and I'll be like, "So, you must have done something fun. You may not have gone to Ireland, but what was the best thing that you did? What stands out as like the pinnacle memory of summer?"
Pinnacle memory of my summer, probably my brother first getting his wand. That was fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cute. But before that, like, no school stuff. Like, what did you do?
No, seriously, he blew up the shop.
Oh,
there was
yeah,
glass
that's
everywhere.
Yeah,
that's. I just stayed at home. It's not that interesting. A lot of visits out to Diagon Alley. Gotta visit St. Mungo's a lot, so that's something.
Oh, well, quiet summers are sometimes, it basically means the year ahead's going to be very traumatic and chaotic. So it's almost like you're relaxing prior to all the turmoil happening.
Oh, you think it's gonna be an eventful year this year?
Hell yes, I hope so. I hope so. I feel like, my brain's not quite fully developed, like cognitively yet, but I feel a lot older. I am ready for so many things this year. I
You and
feel
me,
older. Yes.
adventure. We'll
Yes,
find
please.
it.
Definitely. Or we'll go to it. It can find us. Maybe we find it. Maybe that's easier. So, anywho, are you excited to go back to class? Because I know you struggled last year. You weren't really enjoying your classes. How are you feeling for this year?
I'm excited to get back to spell casting, being cooped up in the house, not being able to cast any spells. It feels like it's like a part of me now. Like
Tell you
I've
what
been
I
waiting my
heard.
entire life to do something like this, and
Right.
now when I go back home, it's all taken away. Nice
I
to see
know it's
parents, though.
horrible. It's boring. It feels weird. I tell you what I did here. You can't tell anyone else on the table. But the Southern table? Apparently Edward was caught doing spells and he had magic of ministry, came to his house and had to give him a formal telling off. As if he didn't know it was banned in summer holidays, but
You got quite the ear on you. Do you
yeah.
listen to everybody's conversations?
I try not to sometimes, but I feel like because I have an ear on both sides, well, obviously of my head, like I can kind of tune in and listen to things. So, but NEC did send me in an
And
owl over
stop
summer.
bragging, having ears on both sides of your head. Not everyone can be so lucky, Sylvie.
True. I did feel that was bare minimum humonics, but not everyone has the pleasure of being able to listen with both of them, so I totally get that.
He kind of chuckles at that. Of course, he's being sarcastic at the end of it. And yeah, he kind of gives a little chuckle. My mom got sick. I think it was some kind of like really bad virus or something, but she's better now. She's back
Good.
home. So.
Wow, that must have been tough. That must have been tough for you to deal with over the summer.
It was annoying. We didn't get to go out anywhere. We are gonna go to the we're gonna go by a little cabin off by the cliffs. The island is just completely green, long flowing hills and everything. I went once when we were way, way younger. When we were about like 6 when the war was happening. Easier to get far away from London back then.
So I guess that was your break, well, your summer break, technically. That was your big
Yeah,
adventure.
my big adventure that didn't actually happen. My brother was really upset about it.
I bet being that young. Remember when we were that young? Gosh, the memories. But
Yeah.
there's
Ah,
always the summer,
it feels as if it was just last year.
right? Like 360 something days ago. Mental. Absolutely mental. But there's always another summer. And I am a firm, huffily puffily believer that things do happen for a reason. If we don't feel like it in the moment, they do
Did you
come to us
just say
eventually. Yes.
huffily puffily
Huffily puff.
believer?
I
Are
feel
you
like you said it in a serious tone, it doesn't quite have the same value.
are you
It's not as
jumping
positive.
off of the pages of a storybook? He says to you.
I'm trying to get into music this year, so I'm with the transcript.
I'd look out. Professor Flitwick's always looking for somebody for his band. Not
Yeah, I
enough
can't
people ever
really
signed up.
play. Yeah, I can probably see why. Do you play an instrument? Is that no? Yeah.
I do, actually.
Oh, okay. I never knew that. What do you play?
Not well. Um, I When I was younger, my mom taught me a bit of piano. Apparently, she was taught by her mom, and I never met her mom, but yeah.
I just want to put my arm around him, maybe just give him a hug, and then just go back to scoffing. Just let him know that he's got someone.
I think when that happens, he's like, "What was that for?"
You know, it's just huffily puffily vibes. Just, I feel like you needed a bit of a hug, and that's okay. But of course, push me if you're not comfortable with that
Bryn
stuff.
says, "Hugglepuffs." Come here,
Okay.
Macy. She's gonna give Macy a big hug. And...
If we ever get a chance to print t-shirts, that is the slogan that I want. When we have Quidditch, I want that on our jackets.
Hufflepuffs give Hugglepuffs. I think Wilfred's like, oh yeah, that's the hard-hitting sports lingo we need. Fear us. We give hugs. A few people laugh at that.
It's quirky. It's unexpected. It makes us appear harmless. Gets them off guard, you know?
Always circumvent people's expectations of you, Macy
Like-
says.
Like cows. If they sat on you, you would die, but they look very cute. Never underestimate a cow.
Wilfred, did that just come out of Macy's mouth? It was surprisingly insightful. It did. I was right here. I heard it too. He says, and we're going to fade off. Tomorrow morning, we are ready.
Quick question: at what point does Edward turn back into Edward?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I do want that. I did want to
Do
do
they
that.
make it to the Ravenclaw Tower?
Can we make it to the dorm, please?
I'm going to roll a dice for her like
Oh
concentration.
no, Danny's gone.
Bye, Danny. Yeah, you are like the bell rings, you guys head off into the entrance hall. Hi, Danny. And
Danny, you're back.
and you're like you've put him in like your bag or something, to plop with you, and you're talking with some friends, and there's just a big group of people all walking together. And then Roderick, you're like, I haven't seen Edward since he left. Like Gemma came back and he didn't, and you don't know what happened. And then in front of you, you see Melanie's bag suddenly get so large in half a second, rips on one side, and Edward flops out onto the ground, kind of kicking his legs and his arms.
Oh, it was so dark in there, and it was.
You
she
can
said
tell
she
me
was gonna feed me to wolves.
I was not.
No,
you were
her.
gonna feed him to wolves?
Oh,
Janice, you were
werewolves,
gonna feed
actually.
me to wolves.
I
Janice
thought you
goes,
liked
"Still would."
animals.
What did I ever do to you to deserve such a fate? What did that rabbit that you,
You know
didn't
what?
know
I
was
can agree
me?
with the wolves thing now.
How?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Edward. Sadie comes over, because they're all kind of like joined together, right? And she says, How are you a rabbit? Are you an animagus?
I'm an animagus.
So funny story about that. This my sister really likes practicing new spells on me, apparently, and I didn't know she could do that.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm not sure what Asari would do, but sorry I almost kidnapped you.
Okay, here's how you can make it. Here's how you can make it up to me. When you go looking for those werewolves, I'm in.
Actually?
Come on, that sounds right up my alley. Janice, you in? You in? You mentioned wolves. You're in?
He's already gone.
Melanie just kind of gives her like a side glance, just like already knowing Janice's answer.
Oh, Janice is already gone. She's heading up.
Listen, Melanie's growing into her sassy era, okay?
She's 13 now.
Werewolves?
What did you say, Chris?
She's 13 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is.
Mom, I'm so much older now. I'm 13.
I'm practically an
She's like
adult.
rolling ground.
I'm
She's
practically
rolling
an
ground.
adult. Yeah.
I'm
Thank.
allowed to ride a dragon. I'm basically an adult.
All right. Well, Mel, thank you for taking care of me, I guess. Thanks for the cool name. That was nice. And now I listen. If that ever happens to me again, just I'll work out some
Take you
signal.
to my dorm. Won't take you to my dorm next time.
No, don't take me to your dorm. I don't want to die.
See, this is why knowing sign language is helpful for times like these. In the future, you can sign this. It means help.
How does
Okay,
that work?
but how is
Help!
the rabbit gonna do that without opposable?
Just put your paws on top of each other. Help. That means support.
I just
Support. Help.
I was a little panicked at the time, realizing it's like, okay.
Just for the next time
Well,
for the next time you're a
I'm
rabbit.
glad I could help. You're a little bit far away from your dorm.
Oh, entirely. This is gonna be fun getting back without and explaining this why.
I don't think I can tell Professor Flitwick without giving away the fact that I almost just smuggled a rabbit into the dorm.
It would have been so much worse if you were in the girls' dormitory.
Listen, at that point, everyone's just
Everybody's
like,
getting ready for bed, and then Edward just appears out of nowhere, screaming everywhere. Yeah.
at that point, it's just
because
like,
Ian and I talked about this with Edward becoming like an animagus.
yeah. At some point, it's just at that point, Edward's just gonna be like, you know what? 7 stories isn't that far, right? Better than this.
All right. Next day, new day. We have defense against the dark arts. Oh, first thing, for defense against the dark arts. I also have new music. I'll send you all away, so we're no longer in the Hogwarts Great Hall. There you are. You all, in the morning, walk into the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom and see the room has many rough-looking hewn stone blocks, 3 feet tall each, arrayed in a grid in the center of the room. Today, we will have the opportunity to learn spells with great utility. Locomotor. She casts off with her wand, and you watch a huge stone block lift up into the air by 3 feet. It lifts most heavy objects, and you may move them along a path. She begins walking around the room, and it mimics her movement, moving around with her. The spell can affect up to about 500 pounds, but if you can hit that number today, that'll be up to your own grit. She taps the stone, and it slams down onto a pallet underneath. Give it a try, everyone. Everyone must do locomotor. Locomotor. Do the locomotor. You gotta swing those hips now. Locomotor. For some reason, it's making me think about when Dumbledore casts Arresto Momentum, but he says it in the most extra way possible. Arresto Momentum. He also says it so slowly as Harry's falling out of the sky. That's one spell you don't want to cast slowly.
Well, he's just got a flair for the dramatic.
Slam.
He's Dumbledore's just a chill guy. Like, Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
He
I think that's how he said
calmly.
it. Calmly, yeah.
In the books, he said it calmly. Yeah. In the books, he was like, Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? All right. Movie.
Harry, you put your name in the Goblet of Fire.
Honestly, Honestly, amazing. And here's what I say, there's lots of people who are like, "Oh, that original actor, oh, it's so sad he died and stuff and couldn't go for longer than 2 films." I don't think that we would have gotten as good of a performance as we did from the other guy. I forget his name, but dead now. Amazing, amazing actor.
Michael Gambon.
Michael Gambon. Yeah.
Oh, Bree, you hit slash and then attempt and then type in like the first 3 or 4 letters of the spell and then it'll be there.
Loco. Yeah.
Loco.
I've got mine ready if you want it.
Alrighty. Just put it this way. Wednesday morning. All right, Edward, tell me.
18.
18? Not bad at all. You cast out Locomotor, and you can feel yours lift up. There's this kind of weird shakiness to your wand. There's almost this connection as if you're holding it up, but it feels manageable. And you walk around and it follows you. It's kind of cool. So many applications for this. I wonder. You start thinking of creative ways to use it. Who's next? Melanie.
Rolled an 11.
Okay, that should be a success, just barely.
Yep.
Yours rises up into the air by only a foot. You're able to walk it off, and it kind of grinds against the pallet for a minute, and you push it back and put it down. You got it.
Well, better than nothing.
That's Melanie. Roderick.
Tres.
3?
Three, tres.
Goodness. Okay. We'll come back to you.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Hell yeah. Like it's hard. Perfect form. Razier, wider stance. That block can slam down on your foot easily.
Yes, Professor Rojas.
She kind of cuts into your ego for a minute. Oh, you know what? With what she said, that's the perfect time for Roderick's block to slam down to the ground. Like, as he tries to cast, it doesn't go up. It goes down. It cracks the pallet underneath and the floorboards crater inward. My point, she says.
Roderick,
Okay,
it's supposed to be up, not down.
I was practicing Accio.
that still makes no sense.
It doesn't, but that's what she says.
If he's
Sylvia
casting
Nasser.
Accio from hell, then he might be trying to pull it through the floor. That's my excuse anyway. We'll get to
Lord of
me,
the
but
Rings.
that'll be mine.
Okay, Sylvie. We'll do Sylvie first then.
I failed. I got a 3.
Great. Your stone cracks in 2. Half of it rises up and then slams onto the ground.
Yeah. Not a good day today.
Astra?
4.
Mhm.
So I'm also trying to do Accio, but from hell. So it is successful in that regard. It's all about your perspective. Location, location, location.
You cast out Locomotor, and you watch this thing pull toward you. Whoa. It like doesn't lift. It just grinds against the ground and then gets off the pallet, slams on the ground, and is chasing you. Oh, shit! Astra, make me an acrobatic
Bye.
check.
Bye. Acrobatics.
Mhm.
Oh god. Oh no. It's a 6.
So Astra, you run
Bro.
from this thing and it's like a charging bull. It runs you straight over toward the like wall of stacked up desks, and you like dive under a desk, you turn, you can still see it coming. It's gonna crush you. This is the end. This is
Oh
when you
no.
die. And then suddenly the stone hits the side, a few of the desks begin to fall, and the stone stops instead of crushing you in the desk. And next to you, you see Rojas, who has tapped the top of it. Finite, immobilis. And she stops the desks from falling. And then she flicks her wand back up, and they all form back onto each other. She gets down onto her knees.
Oh
You
god.
okay?
Yes. Um, that was really bad. And I want to be you when I grow up. Thanks for saving me.
You should have seen it the first time I casted Locomotor. Don't tell anyone.
I won't. Secret safe with me.
She puts a hand out for you. She helps you up from underneath the desk. Locomotor. She casts on it, and let's take it back. There's like a groove on the ground where it snaked and was following you, and then she will, as she puts it back and lets you all start to do your 2 other spells of your choice, she will reparo the floor, including the place where Roderick created a crater in the hardwood.
Hopefully, I didn't put a lot of money into these floors over the summer.
Two other spells of your choice, if you didn't hear me.
Hey Danny, do you want my a subscriber bonus to reroll one of those?
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, I see Des has been messaging.
Thank you.
Might do it on the Arresto Momentum.
Oh,
That's
wait,
good
is
one.
this... Who's here? Albus is so girly pop. He is, though, and far more in the books than, like, he's originally described as having like this like flamboyantly like bright purple robe with like stars on it. Like, you don't really get that from other people. And then, like, I think the most girly pop thing you ever see of him is in the Yule Ball, and like he goes out with Minerva and he's like walking out so austere and everything. Besties. I got locomotion stuck in my head. Sorry. Do the locomotion. Y'all are gonna break the floor of this classroom. Yeah, I think it's on the 5th floor, so I think below it is uh the trophy room. Yeah. Destabilizing the poor 1,000-year-old foundation. The sign with no thumbs.
I've got mine ready.
All right, Edward.
All right, let me scroll up. I got a Cantus with an 11.
Oh,
And-
Nice.
Where was it? And Arresto Momentum with 22.
it's an E overall for you, Edward. Good start. I didn't think about that. Bree, the sign for help looks a little sus.
Oh, a lot of signs look a little sus, and depends on what country you're in. So I'm only talking about, yeah, that's something different.
Isn't that poop?
Yeah, that's poop. Yeah, this is
Why not?
support
Why
as in,
not
like,
go
2
out?
hands.
Wait. Does it go down, or is
Yeah,
it your
it's
hand
good.
goes up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, that makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense.
Yeah. So if you want to
That's
say
a little
something's
curl at the
bullshit, you
top.
go a bull and then shit, or you can do poop.
This is
But
fun.
no, this is support, like 2 hands supporting each other, like in a. Yes. That too.
I don't get it.
Just stop doing it, please.
It's above our ears.
Okay, where were we? So we got Edwards. That's very, very good. Cantus, who do you cast that on?
I walk over to Sally Peel and be like, "Hey Sal, I've got something I want to try real quick. You up for it?"
No. No. I know what you're doing, she says, and starts to
What?
walk backwards.
But Sal, come on, come on.
She looks like she's like ready for like a chase, like she's ready to run. No, I sound like a horse. Please.
Sal, I believe you can't do this.
And I'll go ahead. She like leaps out of the way. You still hit her. Performance check. She's not as bad as she's worried about. You begin hearing her sing out "Toxic" by Britney Spears.
Good choice.
Toxic, I'm going under, chasing my- But yeah, she kind of bursts out into song mid class. There's some gasps from people as they hear her. She can't help it. She looks at you just like "fuck you," and
You can always.
she's not that bad. People start clapping when she's done.
You know what? I think you can do better. Want me to cast it again?
Oh, I think I can definitely do better, she says, pulling her wand out.
That's when I'll run to something high and be like, "Arresto Momentum, bye."
You go up, you jump up into the window, open up the window. Ross is like, "No, Edward, don't! Arrest the momentum!" And jump out of class. "Edward, that is detention!" She's yelling down. "If you don't break your legs first!"
I got it down. Here. I'm fine.
She wouldn't even be able to hear you. It's 5 stories below.
Wait, my bag's up there. What was I thinking?
Freedom.
No, no one's gonna hear me down here. I gotta go up all
Allie
these flights.
steals your bag. Okay, that is Edward. Mel?
All right, so I rolled a 17 for Arresto Momentum and a 16 for Expelliarmus.
Gotcha. Right now, Juniper and Delilah are down on the first floor.
Right.
First floor, sorry, they're on the ground, and
Yeah.
you have climbed up to the top of like a stack of desks, and there's a big mat at the
Sounds like
bottom.
something Melanie would do.
Come on, you can do it. It's no worse than when you're flying. Delilah's yelling back.
You know, this probably isn't going to be so bad, even if I do hit the ground. Let's go.
Yeah, the mat doesn't look that old.
Whenever Melanie says "let's go" and does that, that's her just jumping and then casting Arresto Momentum.
Oh,
like
can I get the
right before
numbers?
she hits the ground, though, so that way she can enjoy free falling just a sec.
Well, that's actually how it works. That's how we
Oh,
see it in the
okay.
movie. Can you tell me your numbers?
For Arresto Momentum, it was 17.
And
For Expelliarmus, it was 16.
E overall. Cool. So yeah, I think like as you jump, Juniper's like, "Oh, I can't watch." She buries her head into Delilah's shoulder and
Oh,
arrest the momentum. You stop like a few feet before the mat. Boom. Oh, oh, and then
trying to
it gives out.
fight
Boom.
gravity.
You you hit the mat, and there is like dust that all jumps up into the air from where you hit it.
Kind of want
And
to
that
do that again.
is not the softest.
Still kind of want to do that again.
No, it's Juniper's turn, Delilah says. Oh, come on.
Fine.
Juniper has to go up. We'll see.
Oh no.
Arresto! Slam!
Is it possible that Melanie could have been right
Nope.
under her to catch her? Oh,
Nope.
damn.
Okay.
Are you okay? Melanie's gonna probably immediately kneel next to her. Are you okay?
Hand comes up. Little thumbs up toward you. I need a minute.
Okay.
Next person. That's Melanie. Roderick.
14 and 19.
High or low?
Low.
The low gods smile upon you this day.
Yes.
You have an A instead of a P. Now, what was that for? 14, 19?
Candice was 14 and 19 was Expelliarmus.
Mm. Who are you practicing with?
I would say, does anyone want to practice with Roderick? Who wants to, guys?
Sylvie, looks like.
Sylvie! Yay!
So Sylvie will cut right to that moment, and Roderick has Expelliarmus, and you feel this weird like jolt, like all of the muscles in your hand suddenly force your hand to open, and there's a little spark of energy, and your wand goes flying out of your grip and shoots across the room in a random direction, hits the ground. You look up, and Roderick seems happy with himself.
There we go.
Thing. Although my wand is very far yonder, but that's amazing.
Oh, thank you, Sylvie. I can help you practice that. It's called Expelliarmus. It's very useful.
I was thinking about practicing something a little bit different, but I definitely do want you to help me practice that one in the
Okay.
future.
Grab your grab
Somebody
your wand.
lose a wand, Wilfred says, walking over.
Mine. Thanks, Wilfred.
Sure. And as he's going to go hand it to you, like I guess he picks it up off the ground, turns to hand it to you, and there's a spark. Ow! What the heck? It flies out of his hands and straight over toward you, and you're able to catch it out of the air.
Whew.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
mean little thing, he says.
It's quite the
I
nipper.
guess it's quite attached to Sylvie.
They
Okay,
share.
what did you want to practice, Miss Night Willow? I am
I
your
really-
taxidermy.
I want to practice Arresto Momentum.
You want me to go and dab from that roof?
I feel really
Or whatever.
confident, but I just think for sake, I mean, I do feel really, 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 really confident, but I just think, just to be safe, I actually stole half a grapefruit from the Great Hall for breakfast, which is in my bag. So maybe we should practice with that first. And then if that's successful, you can jump and I can save you. What do you think? Let's just do it and see what happens. I feel so good about this. I feel really good.
Okay.
Sylvie, what did you get for your Resto Momentum?
1.
Natural one?
Oh yeah,
Not-
baby.
Oh, remember,
Lovely.
I gave you the subscriber bonus, so
Hey.
Oh yeah, and then I got a 6.
Then you got a 6. Still
Yeah.
not great. Well, so not in that one at the very least, but Sylvie, you and Roderick are working together. Roderick, you hold the grapefruit and you tell him to throw it up, and you throw it up really high, flies up toward the air. Sylvie, you cast out Arresto Momentum. You get the whole thing, and then it slams against the ground and just sends bloody red juice all over the ground as if it's the smashing of a head.
That could have been me. Oh,
I'm
and
so
my
glad.
cape is dirty now.
Me too. It's in my shoes. I'm just glad that you didn't jump. What do I do about the grapefruit? It's everywhere.
I know Aquamenti.
I don't want to
Can Melanie
attempt any
jump
more
in real quick?
spells. Of course.
You can, yeah. Okay.
At the moment Roderick says that could have been my head, Melanie probably says, like, kind of under her breath, it should have been.
Shut up, though.
Damn,
Damn, you know, Mom.
she's hitting her teenage angst.
Yeah,
Can
love
I
it.
can I roll? Can I roll for perception?
What's your passive?
12.
Melanie, what's your charisma? It's low, isn't it?
Not very high.
You heard her.
Dang.
He's just going to turn. Whoever ever sees, like, Dexter. What was that?
She's gonna look right back. I said it should have been.
What's going on between you two?
I don't know. Why are you being so rude, Miss Commander?
Why did you have to be rude to the owls?
I was not. I
Mhm.
am just saying that they are there to provide a service, and I use them. That's all.
Melanie's gripping her wand so hard that that it could possibly break. Just like,
Why don't you
Roderick,
go ahead and
Roderick,
return to your
darling.
pet rock? Gemma comes out of the woodwork.
You
What
have
did
a
Gemma
pet
say
rock?
exactly?
Why don't you go ahead and return to your pet rock?
And why don't you return to your family?
At least mine wants me.
Okay.
At least mine wants me.
And what's that supposed to mean?
It means don't mess with my friends. She looks out at
Your
Locke.
friends shouldn't mess with my friends.
Okay, what's going on over here? Rojas walks over between the two of you.
Damn,
Nothing,
it's okay, it's
Professor.
fine.
We're just having a little bit of fun with each other.
Fun.
And like Rojas is like, cool. Can we get back to casting spells? Yeah? Yeah? And kind of separates the two of your groups.
Melanie's gonna be thinking real deep about that family comment. At least my family wants me. That's gonna bother her. That I'm adding that to her thing.
Can I have a quick chat with Gemma about this or
Yep.
not?
And I'm just Melanie, you already have inspiration. So I would have given it to you, but yeah, Roderick. I think Gemma will go over toward you. You okay, Rod?
I am fine, and I thank you, but why did you do that?
Snake pit. Like I'm gonna hear someone else belittling Yvonne Lockwood, and I'm not gonna stand up for you. I got your back. Night,
Gemma,
Willow.
you kind
She says, nodding towards Sylvie.
Gemma, you kind of undermined me there.
What?
You made me appear weak.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you would have liked my input.
I mean, I did like that you stood up for me, but I had it.
Sure, of course, won't happen again.
No,
She
It's
walks off.
fine. Oh, I'm really bad at this night, Willow.
What is going on? I feel so uncomfortable right now.
There's a lot of tension. I don't know what's happening. What would you suggest I do?
Help me
About
clean up this
Gemma?
grate. Oh, I just hug people, and that seems to shock them enough to make them change what they feel.
Do you think Gemma is a hug person?
No, but I think that might disarm her enough to make her just temporarily just disengage.
Right. And what about Miss Commander? You two are friends. What's wrong with her?
I don't know. Ever since she's come back from summer holidays, she's just, I don't know. I heard that she found a rabbit, then lost it again, and I know she's been pretty distraught for the past couple of days.
She's
Oh,
really worried about losing her rabbit. Mhm.
you're talking about Edward? That
Of
rabbit
course,
was Edward.
right. That makes. I did wonder where he was at the table.
Yeah, he was gone for so long. I couldn't see
It
him.
was. I'm
Sylvie, what were your
pretty-
numbers?
Oh gosh, I studied Rick
You got the
Decembra.
6.
6 was for Arrest and Momentum, and then I did Rick Decembra and got an 8. The tickly one.
Cool. Yeah, that's a P. Overall.
Nice.
If it was a nat 1, you would have had a T. So thank you, Ian.
Thank you so much.
So yes, that's it. Thank you, Melanie. That was nice. And Sylvie.
Are you talking out of character? It's like that's a weird thing to say in character.
Of course, out of character.
Yeah. I think we still have Jay and Astra left. Jay. Yep. Jay, someone comes over toward you. Rosier? Logan
Hi.
from Gryffindor. Have the two of you spoken?
No, I've spoken to Sally once to the potions, but that's because Edward and Sally walked up.
Logan comes over. It's been a while.
It has, hasn't it?
Logan
Logan,
Peel
sorry.
Jr.
Did I say sorry?
Oh, wait, no, not Junior. It'd be Logan Peel, the third.
Oh, right. He's just distraught because he just said sorry instinctively. I shouldn't
For
have
a
read
second
that
there, I
EU
thought that you
manual.
didn't recognize me.
No, just distracted. What can I do for you?
I was hoping that we might be able to spend a bit of time together, practice a few spells and whatnot. I didn't get a whole lot of time last year. So many expectations.
I understand. Surely. What did you want to start with first?
Let me at least show him. This, of course, is Logan. He carries himself quite straightly, the way you do. His hair is perfectly coiffed on one side. He's got these soft brown eyes and rounded features. He looks very much like his sisters. Plus, I just wanted to get away from Sam and Sally for a few minutes. If it's not too much trouble.
No, I would love the company. Yeah, I can help. Yes, charms. Great. What did you want to start with first? How did you do with locomotive?
I was able to lift mine, were you?
Indeed. Wider stance, supposedly.
I was
Really
even
helped.
able to figure out something else. You want to see?
All right.
He gestures for you to follow him over toward the stone blocks again, and he taps one toward him. Now, it doesn't seem to work with cut stone. I already tried it. But this is one of the spells that are banned this year. Inquisitive as to why. He taps it down and says, Defodio. And you watch the stone crack the moment that he hits it. And it like spiders all along to this big web of cracks all over the a huge block, and it becomes rubble. He raises his wand up, and he says, "Should be good if we ever wanted to make a tunnel." And he flicks his wand to the left, and they all deposit themselves into a bag.
This is band. Impressive,
Well, it's
Logan.
class, of course.
Right. Make a tunnel. You sound like you've already have a plan. Was there something of interest that you were looking into?
No, no, no. Have you ever been to the Owlery?
1,000 yard stare. Yeah.
Well, there is quite a lovely little tunnel underneath of it. Heads off toward the northern dungeons. And it originally was carved using that spell. I'd say pretty useful. Yeah, maybe I just wanted to show off.
No. It's always good to show off your skills. Know your worth, and so will others. Now, what do I
Something
say
my
in
mother
exchange?
always says.
Oh, did she?
Your mother the same.
Of course, always told me. You are the light of our family, Rosier. Jay. Make sure to show others, and so that they understand as well. And then something about a family name or whatever. Expectations, and you understand.
Yes. Yes, I do.
And then he turns around to like the scene that sort of happened with Roderick and Mel and that whole debacle. And then Jay goes, "Is this sort of normal? What do you normally do in this environment other than just sort of observe?"
I don't know. All I hear is a bunch of hens squawking.
Truly, it feels like I'm in the owlery. Well, if we're in the mood for birds, how about... And just really quick, what are your thoughts on Wilfred?
Gideon.
Nods.
I'd say I don't have thoughts on Gideon on my good days.
Oh, that'd make two of them. And I'm going to try to cast... I hope he has no charisma, but this is the charisma, like, I don't... is if Wilfred's in the middle of casting a spell, I want to just... Expelliarmus.
All right. Yeah, you cast out Expelliarmus. Whoa! He's like in the middle of like being with hanging out with Drusilla. Was that you? Maybe, she says, looking down at her own wand. And then weird. He puts his hand out toward the wand that's like rolling on the ground, and Jay, you watch it shoot out toward his palm.
Not even an Accio? Sorry, what was that?
You're on the cusp of being able to do that. So yes, I will say not even he didn't even say Accio.
Oh my god. That was a shock. I was not expecting that. Did you see that?
Yes. That's good to know.
It's interesting to note, and surely.
I always heard that he had volatile magic, wasn't allowed out of the house for most years. He says.
Where was he? Do tell.
That might be because his father is a paranoid man.
Oh yes. What was it again? Albert? No, it wasn't Albus. Nolan? No, that's someone else. I know his name.
Is his name.
Yes,
I met
Magnus
him on a few
Gideon.
occasions. He is intimidating.
Surely. Very commanding.
The Gideons were once a very respected house. Nowadays, I feel like that respect might be dying. Last generation. Sad thing. I myself
Truly.
don't intend for my family's reputation to be ruined.
Jay looks at Logan with like a look of understanding and goes, it seems we're a kindred spirit, Logan.
To only sons, he says, putting a wand up toward you, kind of almost in a cheers.
To only sons.
Tap.
Fuck, let me get my wand.
Thank you. I think I got. Actually, I don't think I got his numbers. Anyone else got his numbers in the rolling channel?
Sorry. Cantus at 14, Expelliarmus at 15. I wanted to do Cantus with Rin,
14.
but it didn't seem like the time.
That's an E overall.
Oh,
You'll have time.
freaking
I
odd.
wanted to show you somebody that I thought you would vibe with, and I wasn't wrong.
I mean, we're like the same, except different.
Yeah, you guys have very similar upbringings. Astra, your last.
All right. Did much better on these last two. I got in 17 for Reparo and a 20 for Arresto Momentum.
That is
So,
significantly better than a 4.
much better.
That'll be an A overall for you.
I'll take it. It's all that studying with Ren over the summer.
Yeah, maybe she's hanging out with you.
Yeah,
That
we
was
went
super
to
scary.
China.
Are you okay? Rin asks you.
That was very scary. It reminded me of our trip this summer where we almost went off the rails a little bit.
Yeah, you nearly fell down a mountain.
I know, but it was a really pretty mountain.
Oh, Bhutan is so pretty and super boring. I'm so glad that
I
you
had a
came
ton of
with.
fun. Absolutely. I had a blast, but I guess if you're not familiar with it, it's probably more fun.
Uh, uh, maybe. You know, like there's like massages and the spa, sure, but like past that, they don't even have all the books are in Bhutanese. I don't know how to read those.
Those were challenging. I will give you that. It makes it much harder to read for sure.
They
But
don't
we
even
got
have
to
a
look at
radio.
we did get to use our illuminators. Illuminators that you gifted me.
My dad looks so embarrassed when we put them on in front of the diplomat.
Oh, I didn't know that was who that was. Sorry about that.
Oh, I thought that was like your plan, she says.
Oh no. I've always got my head in the stars. Unfortunately, I was just caught by a diplomat. He seemed to be pretty nice about it though.
Oh, yeah. My dad can never stay mad at me, she says. You, on the other hand, I would be more careful about, she says.
I understand if I'm not invited back, but I do appreciate them letting me come this time.
Oh, I'm sure I'll insist. You should you should come home with me to Japan sometime.
I would love that. I've only been there once, but it was a lot of fun.
I could show you through Ikebukuro and oh my
Where'd
gosh,
you
we
go?
could stop by the Tokyo Tower. I actually have never gone.
Really?
Yeah, I
I've
know.
only been
Like I've lived
once.
so close and like I've never actually gone up to it. It's
It's
in
a lot of
Muggle,
fun.
Tokyo, so
They say it's an exact replica of the Eiffel Tower, but orange.
Oh,
Maybe we can go to
Eiffel
Harajuku and look up some
Tower.
of the fashions.
You know what? No, that's a better idea. Let's go to France.
Ooh, I'm down for
What?
that.
Oh shit.
Sounds like
Um,
fun.
I think nearby you'd have Macy over here as part of that. Ren, France isn't fun. I went one time. Good food, but smells like shit. All right, everybody. I think that's about it for today. Rojas like cuts into her. And that is true. Like Paris, at least, real stinky,
Oh,
super
well,
stinky.
above table, my
Um,
husband's going next week, so
oh
I guess
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
I'll be
talked to
going
him
to New
about
York
that.
City. Yeah,
Apparently, it's like trash.
he's going to Toulouse, not Paris, but
Yeah, Paris.
hopefully it's
Paris
not
is
as
what I'm
smelly.
talking about specifically.
Gotcha.
There's Beth.
He's back.
Okay, that's a great time to take our break. We'll come
It's
back
good.
in 10 minutes. See you guys soon.
What class can Edward do something stupid in this time?
We are back. Hello, everybody. Next, on the same day, we have.
Alex, I just added you in my channel.
Okay. All right. Our next thing we're going to be doing today is herbology class. Now this year, the student supply list had snuggle worm puff earmuffs in all bold font. As you take your leave into the herbology greenhouse too, you begin to learn why. The class is organized in front of small clay pots. You can see a few green leaves peeking up out of the soil of each one. Everyone find your spots, please! Find your spots! Neville Longbottom calls out for everyone to get into their space. Now, who here knows Epoximize? Most of the class puts up their hand. It isn't a spell that you would have had to at least have attempted in first year. So, he says, this is the one and only time, okay, one of 2 times this year that I'm going to be allowing wands out in class. Before you guys enter from now on, I want everybody to become very versed in Epoximize. Keep those things on you, no matter what happens. Everybody, give it a try. And everyone gets to attempt Epoximize unless you already have it locked in.
Locked in is star emoji, right?
Star, yeah.
Locked in.
$16.
Nice.
Is that the EPOX?
EPOX. Epox.
3.
Great, great. Looks like everyone else got it. Edward,
Oh,
you go to cast Epoximize on your headphones, and your spell whips down the way and cracks a window. Everybody good? Anybody need any help? No? Lovely. Edward, yours are not Epoximized, but you have them on. Good. The plan in front of you will be your project for the year. There's a bit of a murmur from that. Professor, I can't hear you. Gemma yells out toward him. Oh, yes, sorry. He puts a wand to his throat, and suddenly you can hear him in your headphones. The plant in front of you. Everyone, like, damn it. Oh, sorry. The plan in front of you will be your project for the year. He says, and it's a better volume now. Sorry, Melanie. He says, we will be growing them, pruning them, and repotting them until they have matured. Who here can tell me what it is? Huh? That's a D6 to Chris, and that's a herbology check.
With my Ravenclaw feature, that's actually a 19.
How did the Friends with the Herbologist feature work?
What do you mean, friends with a herbologist?
Whatever the thing that you did last session with Juniper and Meld it was.
No, that's just a one-off thing.
Oh, okay, damn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's no actual feature. Okay, looks like Jay got it. I'll tell you.
Can I use inspo?
Yeah, of course.
Yay!
Not enough. All right. So,
No better than I did. It'll get me a better grade.
oh, do you want to take it back? This doesn't affect your grade.
Oh,
We're answering
Yeah,
questions.
I'll take it back,
Yeah, okay.
please. Thank you. Thank you.
There's obviously a miscommunication there.
how do I respond?
Sorry, I just sent it to you.
No, no, no. Yeah,
second
he's
one.
asking how do I respond because he can't. No one else can hear.
And everyone else can hear you.
It's-
Oh no,
it's
there's
finger
an enchantment on these. We're able to hear one another. Please speak up, Jay.
Oh, great! Everyone can hear me. These are mandrakes. You can tell by the fact that they're so deep in. As when they're out, it's a bit dangerous.
Indeed, most seeds we only put down, a few centimeters into the soil. These ones get rooted very, very deep. The mandrake plant, which is what we're going to be looking at here, is a particularly needing plant. They are sentient, so treat them well, please. They'll need watering daily, so you'll have to spend a few minutes every day here to make sure they mature properly. And absolutely no wands, as I was talking about earlier, are allowed out in class. We do not need a wayward spell cracking a pot and killing us all. Killing us. Billy gets really scared in the back. Oh, no. Well, not at this age, mind you. uh, but mandrakes are sentient plants, so when disturbed from the soil, they let out a particularly powerful wail. Not a,
Like a flipper.
there's a distant caw from flying over the grounds of Hogwarts. He says, now while these are just babies, fully matured mandrakes have enough concussive force to kill a troll or even crack stone. He has a quick flashback for a moment. And then comes back to, which is why we're all going to be wearing our protective equipment as we repot them today. He gestures for everyone to come close and watch. Here, I'll show you how it's done. And he proceeds to grasp just below the leaves here. Dig your fingers a little bit down until you can feel the base of the skull. That should be good. Hold on to the top, right at the base. You do not want to rip these things out of their heads. Get a firm grip, and you see this terrible, ugly root baby coming in from behind. I got art of them kicking around.
Can Melanie whisper, like, it's kind of cute?
You can. Everybody hears you. It's kind of cute. Like, everybody turns toward you.
Listen, she's an oddball anyways, so.
Is not, Gemma says, and there's a bit
It
of a
looks
chuckle.
disgusting, just like you, Miss Commander.
I think, like, Neville, Roderick, you only now
Yes?
realize that he can hear you loud and clear, even though you're on the farthest side of the greenhouse from him.
I said it looks so ugly, like a salamander.
Oh,
Salamanders are beautiful
make a
too.
deception check really quick, Roderick. Let me show off. These are mandrakes. They come in a lot of different shapes and sizes.
Yeah, Mel would definitely find that cute. I don't think she finds a sentient
See, like at the back
being that
here.
isn't a human not cute.
Yeah, like everything's cute too. You need to. Oh, Jess, are you here? What's the name of that creature? The one that cries and is covered in boils.
Oh yeah,
What is it?
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, really?
Yeah, I just don't know the name, but I know what you're talking about. I've seen it before.
Squonk. You need to meet a squonk.
Is it a squonk that? I don't
Yeah,
know. I feel like it had a
squonks.
different name.
Nope, squonks. They're covered in
Maybe
boils.
I'm not thinking about the same thing.
They cry everywhere they go. They're really pitiful creatures.
Anyways, that was an 8 for the deception.
Oh yeah, I guess that is it.
An
That's cute.
8.
An 8. Unless anyone wants to inspo that with a subscribe.
I can
Not
give you
subscribed,
Hufflepuff
Mel's
inspiration.
not gonna do that for you.
Yeah, I mean
can't.
that could help if you want him to lie. If you want him to get away with it. Do you want him to get away with
Ooh.
making fun of Melanie?
She was pretty rude before, and I feel like you've got to be equal.
All right. Tipping the scales. roll a d4, Roderick.
4, so that's 12. Oh my god,
12.
thank you.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. I'll roll one side. 10. Oh, I thought he looks over toward Melanie. I don't know what I thought, he says, and he continues on with the lesson. So we're gonna put him in the new pod over here. He's yelling over the sound of that like kind of muted screaming, and grab some new soil, grab a handful of nitrates, mix that up for it, and maybe just a little bit of dragon dung. They like those. Packs it all down. The screaming stops. All right, everybody, make me a herbology check.
Is mine a disadvantage because I failed to
Another one?
approximize?
No, but if you fail the herbology check, there's would be another check that's at disadvantage.
Can I use my inspo now?
Not yet, Jess. No, that's next episode. That they'll be starting to need it. Yes, you can use it, Melanie.
Thank you.
Do we roll another herbology check? I thought we just rolled one that we didn't talk about yet. Is it the same one? I'm confused.
Okay, so what am I rolling for a fail?
I'm sorry, there's too many things going on.
Sorry.
Jess sent me a weird I'll show it. I'm gonna show. I don't know why. Sometimes she sends me these memes, no context. How am I supposed to like? How am I supposed
I'm supposed to
to
love him.
It's like Squonk's
focus
cousin.
with Stewart on my screen, Jess?
It's doing
You're
No.
supposed to love him and cherish Stuart.
I read it as Stuart.
Stewart.
I did too.
Squonk.
How do you spell orange?
Okay. What was your question, Bree? You
So
had a
we
question?
rolled a herbology check before. Is this we're rolling it again, or is this a different?
Yes. So that other one was for answering the question. This is for actually doing the work. This one's the
Gotcha.
one that gives you grade. She's doubling down. Ooh.
So what do I roll for a fail?
A nat 20.
We're gonna find out. Astra. We'll go down the way. So Astra, you got the nat 20. Good for you. Good for you. So we only role play one class a semester for the most part. So this means that not only is this check for right now and what you're doing right now, but it's also for like the next few weeks and how you're taking care of it and stuff, right? So Astra, very, very good. Roderick, what'd you get?
Dirty 20.
Oh, was that a advantage, Jess? Yeah, you have an advantage.
Jess, I love you.
She spent her channel points. Okay.
Oh my gosh, Jess, I love you. Okay, oh, well, the garage door just opened again. Okay, so what is that? So I can roll again? Or
Yeah, you get to roll again. Sorry, Roderick, what did you get?
Dirty
Wait,
20.
was that? Oh crap, I wasn't muted.
Sorry, Beth. I'll get to you soon. What did you say, Roderick?
Dirty 20.
320. Very nice. Edward,
6.
roll me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
This is gonna be great.
I feel like this was written in the stars.
A 22. Oh, I rolled a 19 and a 20.
Disadvantage? What the? That's amazing. All right.
Where are these rolls when I
That's
need
fine.
them?
Jay.
14.
Okay. Significantly worse than last year. Melanie.
Hi. I rolled a nat 1.
Well, it uses the higher of the two rolls.
Yeah, so I technically would have rolled a 6.
All right. Make a con save, please.
Okay. hold
Sylvie.
on a sec.
21, sir.
Very nice.
Sir, I have a question.
Are you
A
saying this in
nat
character
1.
or to me?
In
Oh
character.
no.
Lovely. So everyone's like working hard. A few people are trying to depot theirs and whatnot. Neville's walking around making sure people are okay. He has his under his arm. Yes, Sylvie.
So a couple of last year, we had a class where we were all given snippets of plants, and I actually have mine in my bag. I was just wondering if you could tell me what it is. I've looked after it. Can I show you it?
You
do I
don't
need to show you
know,
another?
he says, and he sets
yeah.
down his pot, and he'll open it up, and ooh, oh my gosh, you have a little bonsai tree.
It's a dead bonsai tree.
a
I
dead
found it,
bonsai.
bought it because it was dead.
Oh, yeah, because it looks dead when it comes out.
It really is dead. I promise, that's dead.
Yeah, but like yours in character looks dead, but has been growing. So it's kind of weird. Like it has no leaves on it.
Yeah. Well, it's in keeping, I think. It's role playing.
Oh, what a cute little guy. You've done a good job. Could use some pruning though, which you're kind of confused at because it has no leaves.
Yeah.
Do you know how to do pruning?
I just chop it till it looks good.
No. It's in page 12 of your second year textbook. So pruning has to do with taking off just a few leaves here and there. This one specifically, if you take good care of it, it'll take good care of you. Lucky girl. You take a few of these branches off, some of the smaller ones. It promotes growth. You make the plant kind of think that it's dying, and so it tries to rejuvenate itself. And if you're able to do that, I think, what time of year is it? In 1 second. Got you. If you do that, well, I think you'll have a fun surprise this winter.
It's going to be a turkey?
What? It's a money tree.
Oh, even better. Wow. Sickles or galleons?
Depends on how you treat it. And it will actually generate you money, Sylvie.
Oh, okay. I'm ready to buy some more beans. Thank you, sir.
Why don't you go ahead and roll now for what it is, so we don't forget. Over the winter, it will bloom. Roll another herbology check specifically for the tree.
23.
No,
That's not 20, by the way.
Not 20. Yeah, not 20.
Always say when it's a natural.
Sorry, it's a natural 20. Where's my money?
Okay. Roll me a d20.
1 D20. 6.
Can I does this count for subscribers or bonus?
Mhm.
Go ahead, reroll that.
I love you guys. Okay. 10. Before up.
All right. So overall, you get 10 galleons out of this little guy, which is equating to like 100 US. I'll find what that is in pounds.
£70, I think.
British pound to USD. There we go. 176. Yep. Today.
Nice. Amazing.
You get 76
Well,
pounds out of that little guy.
I like it. Thanks,
When
sir.
it blooms during the winter, there'll be like little buds that show up that are gold. And then when they bloom outward, they create these little nuggets of gold that hang on the tree, specifically during late January, early February is when they bloom, because it is for Chinese New Year.
新年快乐. Nice, thank you.
Okay. I don't think did I get everybody? So I got Melanie. Sylvie, yeah, I got hers. So Roderick, Astra, Sylvie, especially Astra here, you actually end up getting 5 points for Ravenclaw, 5 points earlier as well. So we are. Oh, we're in the lead. Ravenclaw's in the lead. You beat out Slytherin again. There's so much, so much cheering going on. You all take care of yours, and they are kind of like babies. You know, you want to fertilize them and repot them and take good care of them. You have to come by every single day, Astra, and you do not miss a day. And you water them once a day with the same amount of water every single day. Routine is important for kids. And once a week, you add a little
And
bit
for
of dragon
plants
dung in
too.
there. And yours just blooms with leaves falling all around like a waterfall. Very, very good. Roderick and Sylvie's take good care of theirs, and they grow properly. Melanie, we should get on the con save.
I think it was a nat 1. I'm not gonna lie. Let me look. Yeah, it was a nat 1.
Lovely. So, Edward, you're not doing terrible, but you're not very aware of your surroundings. Melanie, right now, grabs onto the bottom and pulls up hers. You see this little root baby, and it screams out toward you. It's very, very muted. And Melanie, there's like an echo in your own head. You feel this kind of blur
Is
come
my girl
over
getting
you.
a second concussion?
You start feeling a little bit off. Oh, you drop down the mandrake, and Juniper catches the mandrake next to you. Melanie, and she turns toward you, and you already are flopping, and you slap the side of Edward's vase, and it goes flying directly onto him. His non-epoximized earmuffs go flying off his head, and
Oh
there's so much
no.
screaming going on right here. And Edward, you feel faint. Darkness begins to speckle on your vision. Ugh. And
Oh,
slam
Edward, I'm
right
so
onto
sorry.
Melanie.
At
Oh,
least I broke your fall.
What
so
happened?
Edward
Where
and
am I?
Melanie, you guys will be waking up in the hospital wing.
I believe that.
Mhm.
Oh dear.
Hey, Mel. Where are we?
Long
Somewhere.
windows. I'll give you a little description.
Okay.
It's a long hall, vaulted ceilings, tall Gothic windows that let in, um, yeah, morning light. It's the next morning, and you can see, or at least maybe in a minute, Madame Pomfrey walking around. A door on the left-hand side enters into the building. So Edward, yeah, she's in the bed across from you. Continue.
So I think that was my fault. At least what happened to me. How did Huh?
Not,
Let
not to
me.
worry, not to worry. There's one every year. Humphrey comes by. Drink this, she says, handing you an orange beverage.
Molly's gonna just shoot it down. She's
Make a
probably
con
used
save
to this.
again.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Okay. Oh, 18.
Nice.
19.
Could have used that earlier.
Both of you. Oh, it tastes like beetles. Like
Poor
drinking
beetles.
beetles. Put some hair on her chest, Edward. She says.
Or make me want to cut off my own tongue. What was that?
Tastes like something I've had before.
What was that?
That is essence of Dittany, my friend, and that'll help you to feel right as rain. Given a minute or two. You two are both cleared for takeoff, so if you want to head off to the Great Hall, I believe breakfast is starting.
Melanie gonna shoot out of bed. Like, I don't know how long I've been in here.
Clothes. You're like in
Oh.
like you're in like a hospital gown.
Probably a good idea.
She like walks over and pulls the curtain around your bed, and then flicks her wand, and the one by Edward's turns, and then we'll fade.
Okay.
And you guys get up in the morning. You're greeted by your friends. You're okay, and it's not long until we're going to be having history of magic here in a minute, but yeah, I think that's some time for a little bit of role play. You guys come down to breakfast, and Juniper notices you. She's happy to see you, and Edward, Roderick, you're able to see him. Jay, you're able to see him. He's okay.
You gave me a fright there yesterday, Hawthorne. I'm glad you're okay.
Wait, which part did I give you a fright yesterday? Because remember, I did jump out a window and look quite dashing, if I do say so.
I'm talking about herbology, where you fainted alongside Scamander.
I have no memory of that occurring, so I don't think it happened.
Fine, it didn't happen. You passed herbology with flying colors. Your mandrake is looking wonderful.
Now I know that's a lie too.
What? You don't remember failing herbology. You don't remember the little ugly thing screaming at the top of its lungs, and the two of you collapsing.
Thanks for telling me what actually happened. Now I know. I was just really concerned something worse had. Wait, this one wasn't my fault then. I think, right?
I don't know. I didn't pay much attention to you. I was looking at my plan, and then I heard this crying, screaming, whatever it was, and it was the two of you just collapsing. I don't know.
Man, this seems to happen to me a lot. Wonder if there's a problem. Is it me? Nah,
No, remember, you're never the problem.
exactly.
Just walks
I'm a
past for comment.
You're right. I'm a solution. I just gotta figure out to what.
That's the spirit.
Come on now, Hawthorne. Don't get all pessimistic on me. You have so much confidence. Just apply yourself. Just study more. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm hearing you on most of that except the study thing, but I think I get the point.
I mean, you're good at practical things. You just need to be more... How do I say this? Just study more. Let's just leave it at that. Have you seen Gemma, by the way?
Completely unexpectedly, one of the braziers on the side wall near you guys detaches, ding, and sends embers flying down toward the ground. Holy shit! Arnesia says.
That one wasn't me. I have nothing to do with that one. I just got up.
All I did was mention Gemma's name.
Sorry, seems like a lot of things are going out this year. Slughorn says, walking by. Pero, and it all comes back together.
Good
Professor,
morning,
what does
Professor
that mean?
Slughorn.
Good morning, Roderick. Be seeing you on potions today. We're going to be working on potions of our own choice, so it might be good to have a little bit of a once over from your textbook.
Professor.
Amazing.
Yes, Reginald?
Spot on, Professor.
Rosier, sir.
Sorry, Rosier, of course, of course.
Oh,
It's just
funny
a bit
jest.
of poking fun.
Of course, of course. I think nothing less. What did you mean by that? That other things are going out?
Well, you could probably see it when you head down for potions today. Oh, damn dungeons are falling apart, I swear. Old castle it is.
What is that supposed to mean?
Means don't go in the north unless you want something falling on your head.
Don't go in the north. Have you seen Miss Drayton, Professor?
Oh, we're doing a little bit of extra homework for me this morning. She said that she wanted to get out and about. Odd, don't normally see the kind of gumption from her. She normally enjoys sitting here and talking to all of you, I think. But
exactly.
Who am I to stop somebody with an academic thirst, huh? Good talking to you. He walks off.
Good day, Professor. Hawthorne, I'm worried about Gemma. She never does that.
Did you hear him say there might be something cool in the north?
All I heard is that
People
we
heard
might
two very different things from that conversation.
All I heard is that if we go to the north, we are dying, and I don't plan on dying before graduating this school.
So you plan on dying after you graduate?
Yeah,
Wait,
I don't know.
Wait, are you?
Says.
Ah! Taylor, didn't hear you approaching.
You're in the
How are
way.
you? Oh, sorry. How are you?
I thought you died.
I'm glad to disappoint or surprise.
Take your pick. She goes and
There-
sits down.
Can never get a read on her. And I don't think she's laughed once at anything I've done.
Nope.
She's an interesting character, to say for sure. But I like her. I think she's nice.
Maybe that's...
Even though she seems to be a little bit too obsessed with death.
Maybe she would want to go explore the north. And remember, he didn't say dying. He said something falling on your head. That's different.
Why would you want something to fall on your head?
I wouldn't let it fall on my head. I would just get out of the way.
I mean, that's why they invented helmets, right? Arnesia says, like, looking over toward the two of you standing.
I don't think a helmet would help with a ceiling falling on your head.
But Edward, I don't think that we want to lose any more house points. We're so close. We're only 3 points behind Ravenclaw.
That's true.
Okay, but hear me out. Tell me that the appeal of knowing something that nobody else does isn't like the sweetest candy you've ever had.
No.
She rolls her eyes.
Taylor, do you agree?
I like my limbs.
See that, Mr. Hawthorne? That's called common sense, which you should possess as well.
Possession doesn't mean I have to use it, right?
Anicia, have you seen Gemma this morning?
And we're gonna actually cut away from that. Melanie, you come back to the table. Sylvie, Melanie's okay.
Melanie, you're okay? Yes?
Physically?
Well, all the forms of okay clearly is not okay, right?
Embarrassed.
Oh, that's the worst one.
It wouldn't be as bad if I hadn't, torn someone in my fallout.
You did fall down with grace. So I'll give you that.
And from what I hear, I also called Edward to so
But the thing was, he went down with a crash. You went gracefully. So if anything, we all focus on Edward.
I thought you had your headphones on, Juniper says. You looked
did.
okay to me.
I did.
Well,
How did it
where did
get you
Edwards
then?
go?
Out of character, would it be because of Melanie's sensitivity to noise, or is it because something else?
Maybe something else.
Because I'm drawing a blank.
Exactly. This is a lovely opportunity for not knowing something about your character.
You know what? Okay, back in. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't matter. It's already happened. Melanie's
guess.
kind of like weirdly solemn.
I finished up your mandrake for you, just so you know. It was a little squished, but they'll be okay.
Well, that's there at least. Can't believe I hurt the thing.
I'm sure it's felt much worse. In general, I mean, I can't say every student's good at their first time of manhandling a mandrake baby.
Did you say Longbottom just sort of like zoned out halfway through the lesson there for like a few seconds?
I saw that too. I have
Is
a
it our
feeling that
business?
maybe it is now to do it in front of the class, surely. Either that was dramatic effect, so that we were really careful in class, or this boy's got
But
trauma
who's to say
from
he
a
meant
mandrake.
to?
How about we ask him?
Yeah, sure.
That's
Professor, tell us all about your mandrake trauma or something. I'm sure that's gonna go over well.
I'll ask. No?
13,
Sylvie,
like any adult's gonna tell you anything.
Well, he was 13 once. Everyone was at least 13 once.
I don't
Right.
even think it's about our age as much as, well, Gran kind of whipped it into me this summer that the things that you ask and say kind of have consequences. So maybe we don't want to ask without really knowing the guy.
But then how
Astra,
are you supposed to know?
you overhear this conversation, and during your downtime with your research, you actually learned exactly why. Because your research about the Love Goods took you into the Battle of Hogwarts.
Yes,
What
it
was going on
did.
during that time, and his name was mentioned. Apparently, he's friends with your cousin.
Yep.
And so while you overhear this conversation, and I guess send do you think?
Oh, okay.
And that is canon.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
What
Do I
is
share
it?
this?
Huh?
Do I share this?
That's up to you. You overhear the conversation.
No,
You
Jax.
think about it. You're in the background, so it's up to you.
Hmm. And he's not present.
Nope.
Correct? I didn't think so. Yeah, I was just reading a bit about this actually when I did some study time over the summer. Apparently, he was good friends with my cousin Luna, and was in the army back then. So they
The Great
used
Army,
his.
Dumbledore's army, right?
Mhm.
I thought you were going to say like World War One.
No, World War One.
The Great
yeah.
War.
He was
The
a
Great
bomber
War.
pilot.
Wow.
They dropped mandrakes. No, yeah, they used I don't know how to pronounce that, mandragoria, to kill
Mandragora.
people like grenades. So he's especially sensitive to that, given that history. Yeah, he shared that with my cousin one time.
have enough concussive force to kill a troll or crack stone. And yes, him zoning out was him thinking about with Sprout, because it was Sprout leading, but he was there with her, and they took Mandragora, fully matured mandrakes, and hucked them over the wall. Yeah.
Melanie's just gonna kind of slump over, like, well, I feel
It
like
was a
the
bit Old
worst.
Testament, barbaric.
That's
Had that
That's deep.
sensitivity to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he's still working here is just, exposure therapy, right?
Astra, he was a student at the time.
He
Right.
was definitely a student, so it definitely impacted him for a long time.
Makes you think about Sylvie's point. We all were 13 once.
We definitely were all 13 once, and not all of us went through the same things.
I'm almost
Fortunately.
I'm humbled that I'm just panicking over Quidditch and Charms class.
It also makes me thankful I've had a good interaction with them, given my family ties with that history. So
That's such a small world. So your cousin is who?
Luna, we met her when we got our wands.
Oh, the lady from Ollivanders. Amazing.
Mhm.
That's so fun.
Yeah. There's a bit
What
of
is she
drama
doing
with
now?
she's been
She's
bouncing
moving.
around.
She's moving,
Oh, okay.
Astra, to Hogsmeade.
She's moving to Hogsmeade?
She's
I thought
moving
she
to
was there.
Hogsmeade.
Oh, okay, yeah. She recently moved into Hogsmeade, last I heard, but
Man.
her and our
Oh, sorry.
families haven't really talked in a while. Her uncle, or my uncle, her dad, is a little bit, as I'm sure you may have heard, rumors
Yeah.
coming to Hogwarts. He's in the Quibblers. There's just always drama. But yeah, we didn't really grow up with each other very much, so it was neat to get to learn about her this summer.
I bet. That's heartwarming.
Full
Can I
detail.
roll a
It
stealth?
just hit my head. What if the next Quibbler issue is about crypto mining, but it's actually cryptozoology and mines?
Please do it. Please full circle that moment for
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
canon. Please let my goofiness not be in vain.
Yeah. Crypto
Canon.
mining.
New animal that's great.
The grand purple worm sighted.
Oh, the dodo bird.
Actually, those are not cryptozoology. Those
I
are
know.
called Call, and they just exist
They're
in
not
the Wizarding
dumb.
World.
Yeah.
Can I
Actually,
roll
they
a
are dumb. They're not. They
Dodo
are
birds are
dumb.
not. That's a common misnomer. I just
Oh no,
talked
no,
to
I'm
someone
saying
about
in
it.
this world they are.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. Taking a bad rock here then. But no. I think that'd be funny canon. So yeah. Lots of unknowns about my family. But that I did hear. Wanted to pass along just for some context.
Well, that's definitely a secret I'm going to not be sharing with anyone. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you
Guys, keep
sharing.
that. Yeah, I don't want to betray my cousin's trust. So hopefully we won't need our mandrakes for anything like that.
Hopefully, the ugly little blighters.
Sylvie, Melanie, Astra, what is your passive perceptions?
Oh, I was gonna ask previously if Melanie could roll a stealth check to kind of leave the table.
Sure. What were you intending to go?
I don't quite know. Probably outside.
Cool. That's fine.
Just
away.
because I don't see her having a great time right now. Why that
You are
is? Not
definitely able
positive.
to slip away. I'll
Okay.
still have passive perceptions.
Okay.
Okay.
No
a
need for a
12.
roll.
Do you want me to make it
12.
do or?
No, I want
Yeah.
passive perceptions. What do we have?
Yeah, I'm trying to find mine. Sorry. When I find that
I'm
passive
16.
On your
perception. 15.
senses.
15.
Nice.
Yeah,
Danny?
perception.
12.
Okay. I want Astra and Melanie to both roll me a perception check.
Perception. All right. Ooh. 19.
Okay. For Astra, Oh, Melanie, what'd you get? Really quick.
12.
12 for her.
That was a stealth. I think you're lagging.
Oh, yeah. I need a perception from Beth.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you when you asked that because my Wi-Fi is freaking out again.
You
Roll
got it.
perception.
Yep.
Okay.
It was a 17.
Okay. Astra, you feel something at the end of this conversation. You look over
Please
and
don't
you
be
can
long
see
bottom.
your... Huh?
Please don't be
It's not,
long bottom
it's not
standing
long
behind
bottom.
me.
No.
Okay.
You notice a plate. Porcelain plates set out for, lunch period or whatever. It's rattling. It's like rattling, 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 rattling on the top of your table. It's not the only one. The cup nearby, you can also see the water rippling.
Oh. Did you guys notice that?
You put your hand out and touch the plate, and you can feel this like low vibration. And you look back up toward the water, and you can see the ripples all become flat. The rattling stops. And Sylvie, you didn't even notice that. Astra just suddenly seems dissociated.
When I said hopefully we won't ever need the mandrakes for that way the water rumbled? Is that what I'm percepting? I'm just putting in order of what I said
That
last.
is what happened.
Spooky.
Just for you. It's a normal time for me.
Oh, and would Melanie be there too? I thought she would
No,
have.
Melanie's gone.
She's gone. Okay. Yeah. When I was just finishing up what I said, there was a hum in the water and a rattling with the plates, just very slightly.
Hey, a hum? A rattle?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was very subtle.
maybe someone just knocked the table. I didn't really.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
the pet rock rolling away with her.
That's true.
I don't know.
I haven't seen that little guy for a while.
You now
Maybe.
notice that Melanie's gone. You're like, Melanie, did you? She's gone.
Oh
How does she
no.
do
What?
that?
It could have been hockey then. How long has she been gone? Have you noticed?
I don't know. Why did she go? Did we say something?
I hope not.
Hmm.
Cutting to
know.
Melanie. You take a breather. You go to walk over toward the viaduct courtyard to get some fresh air. Out here, you head right off toward like the railing that overlooks the lake, and you can smell the brine, the cold wind that
Hold
comes
on.
up.
Okay, sorry. You cut my Wi-Fi. It keeps disconnecting. I'm so sorry. I really need. I'm getting an Ethernet cable. Like I'm ordering one today for this purpose because
You
you recommended that. So
double
at the
double check
viaduct
that you have an
courtyard,
Ethernet port in the extender. I don't know
I
if
do.
they have
I
those.
literally looked and it has like a little thing. So
Yeah, you go out to the north courtyard, take a deep breath.
I'm in the viaduct courtyard,
Yep.
and looking over the railings. Right.
Yeah, you take a deep breath, find yourself, and you notice you're not alone. Nearby, also sitting on a bench. He's got like his food on his lap is Nolan. He seems like he is 1,000 years away right now. He's kind of, I think he has like food on the tip of a fork, and it's like toward his mouth, but it's just hovering there, like he's thinking.
typically, she probably wouldn't nose herself in others' business, but she's already screwed today up, so what the hell? Are you okay?
He doesn't respond.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to talk to me right now either.
Oh, Melanie, you're okay.
Hi. Yeah.
Hey, sorry, I didn't notice you walk up.
You're fine.
Did you hear that?
The rattling?
The what? I didn't say you felt
Oh.
rattling.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought with my passive perception I did. My bad.
No, you don't know what he's talking about.
Hear what? Your hearing is probably a lot more fine-tuned than mine, so.
Yeah, maybe. Either that or I'm going crazy. He says.
Aren't we all?
He stands up, takes a bite out of the thing that he had there, and says, "We got history of magic soon. So drink your wide eye potions now." He heads off into the great hall, and you're once again alone. You take another breath, alone, finally, alone. A small little bit of time that you have just for yourself, and you put your hands on the railing and lean down on it and give a little stretch, and you feel a rumble moving through the railing that you're at, as if it's coming from the ground below you. Just like last year. There it is again.
She's currently racking her brain for like any sort of creature that could be causing this or anything like that, and she's kind of coming up blank.
It's like giant, well, there's giant ground moles, but
Yeah,
they're not in
but
this area.
they're not. It's too close to the water.
Mm-hmm. You're not sure. And just as quickly as it comes, it disappears once again, fading into nothing. You notice a brazier. No, that's the wrong word. A brazier nearby. It's two different things. And the fire on the brazier is like flickers, kind of gets low for a minute, and then when it subsides, the fire rejuvenates to normal.
Not weird at all. Okay. Me.
Nope. Wi-Fi cut out there. What did you say, Beth?
I said, okay, me time's over.
In the cold months around September of 1289, the first International Warlock Convention took place on the beaches of Regulum, Sicily, to discuss the political climate of the Muggles. The obliviation of King Edward I came as an act of political sabotage to the Sardinian sorcerers and attendants who wore red robes in defiance of the writ of acceptable attire of 1123. In 1243, we say, "Everyone make me a con save!"
Yay!
Wait, Brie, Astra, do you pull out Spellotape and put it over your eyelids?
He's gonna lift them up. Take
Roll
them
an
back.
advantage.
Oh,
I wanted to ask, can we proximize our eyes?
Well, so Lemon, you of course you have out of character knowledge about this. Bree stumbled on it, so next time I will absolutely allow you, because Bree actually realized she can do this.
by accident, but it was a happy one. So what are we rolling?
You guys-
Constitution?
Constitution saving throw at advantage for you, Astra, because you're using tape to hold your eyelids open.
So I right click.
I know last time I was.
Sorry,
Hold
there's a
on.
question, Beth. Bree, when you click the Constitution saving throw, the roll it thing will pop up.
Huh?
You should be able to toggle on advantage and then click roll
Okay.
it.
Cool.
Yes,
Oh.
Beth?
Yeah, sorry. Last time I think I was able to add an advantage, not that I need it this time around. I was wondering if that was an ongoing thing because of Mel's headphones. Or if that kind of
Oh, yeah,
wears
that's
off after
ongoing.
a while.
That's ongoing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It's
I
your
don't
awareness.
necessarily need it this time because I rolled a 16, but
Mhm.
I will keep that in
I got
mind.
a nat 20 again.
Ravenclaw, Ravenclaw.
Not only do I save it, but I give everyone else tape. Tape party. Everyone gets advantage.
Well, I'll allow you to turn to one person nearby you and offer them tape.
Who's nearby me?
Your call.
Okay. Sylvie.
Thanks for the tape.
Here's
What do
some
I
tape.
know?
Sylvie,
gonna
do you
take
tape
'em
your eyelids
upward.
open?
So we look like we're awake.
This feels great.
I know.
Yeah, you guys look ridiculous.
See my mom doing this every night for wrinkles.
Me too. She like back the ears and everything. My eyeballs are so dry.
I know. How
It's
did
like
she
a
do this
hard
in
blink.
sleep?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Back in our first potions class in the group project, I ended up making Wiggenweld potion.
Sure.
Exceptional. Does that help at all for this?
No.
Oh, damn.
Yes, it would. If you want to use it now, I might recommend you keep it though.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm,
Unless you have a Stargrass salve kicking around.
I do.
Okay, use it.
The Wiggenweld pote?
Yeah.
All right. I will just. I can't get a pee again. Look.
No. You put a straw in it, like a bendy straw, so you're like just sipping it throughout.
Oh, where's my?
Exactly. Exactly.
Does the quality of this Wiggenweld potion affect this at all?
Well, you get to roll again. Not for this. No, the quality doesn't
Okay.
affect it.
All right. I haven't rolled yet, so do I just roll with advantage or just roll
Yeah, you
twice?
roll with advantage as well. Everyone's finding creative ways of getting advantage on this check.
Because I think it was, I forget who it was, but someone said drink your wide-eye potions, and I'm like, I don't have that, but that's a good one.
And yeah. History.
Oh, that's
No joke. This is the
9.
kind of class I would love. History degree, my beloved.
Well, at least it wasn't a nat 1. That was close.
Okay. Let's go around the table. We'll get everybody's. Oh, we'll just start with Sylvie. What'd you get?
Sorry, I was mid yawn then. Literally tired by the class. So I rolled a. I've clicked off it. Apologies. 11. But if I get tape, does that change anything?
You have advantage on the roll.
Oh, well, I'll have to re-roll it then, won't I?
Caster.
What
Yeah.
can I add on to it? So I can re-roll.
You roll again. See if you get a
Yeah.
higher result. Yeah.
And I'm rolling Constitution.
Yep. Constitution save.
Ooh.
And then check advantage.
Oh, there we go. Constitution.
Well,
Check
she
it.
already rolled, so don't check advantage this time.
Damn it. Sorry, that was with advantage.
It's fine. It
I
would be the
rolled-
first of the 2 rolls. So it'd be the 12 plus 1
12.
plus 2. 15.
Thank you.
You stay awake. Only because of Astra. You would have fallen asleep otherwise.
Thank you so
Melanie.
much.
16.
16. You stay awake as well. Jay.
I avoided the nat 1, but it's a 9. I'm so close to that 10.
You avoided the nat 1. Yeah, you have a P still. It's even though you stay awake, it is still so fucking boring. Jess just gave you advantage.
Reroll, but normal, right?
Yep.
That's a 4. Thank
4,
you.
Jess.
I give him advantage too. I give him my subscriber advantage because I'm not letting Ravenclaw go down like this.
Are we
Doing
just
it
all
wrong.
trying to be like, you're getting this?
Remember this?
Crit fish.
We have the sage. We have the sage.
Just
Give me your energy.
Sage
We
to
all
clear the
bleed claw
vibes.
blood.
The
10.
Sage actually works. Oh, there you go.
That's at least a passing grade. That is a grade letter higher.
Let's go.
hmm And like I said, the potion makes it so you don't fall asleep. It is still super fucking boring, though.
And once again,
Edward,
asking
22.
22. Nice. I don't know
Edward's
how you achieve that, but
Edward has
good
figured
for you.
out how to stay awake in this class. He's just trying to do a handstand and focus on that, and then listen to it as he filters. It's like, okay, if I focus on this, I'll stay awake, and then information will filter to me.
He's like Luke Skywalkering it in the swamps of Dagobah.
It's like I can feel. It's like, Gemma, I can feel this working. You should try it. This is working.
I think you wait. Actually, a roll for her. She's asleep. Roderick.
8.
Yeah, you're out. I feel like this is almost by election. You know, you're just like you set it all up for yourself. Moliere.
Absolutely.
Have you ever happened to try Moliere?
No.
Okay, never mind then. Astra, you got the nat 20. That's an automatic O. Very good. That's 3 O's so far. And yeah, you stay awake. You would learn Astra quite well, and mark me, because one day there will be a history of magic test.
I usually
So
love history. Just
the
not being
first
taught by the
International
mentor.
Warlock Convention took place on the beaches of Regulum Sicily on 1289. There was an obliviation to King Edward I. He was obliviated, and it came as an act of political sabotage to Sardinian sorcerers who had their own sort of political motives to manipulate King Edward I. So when they came to the International Warlock Convention, they wore red. In defiance of everybody who had wronged them, and also in defiance of the writ of acceptable attire. So they're like, the International Warlock Convention was like, you have to wear these clothes and be this way, and they were like, fuck you, and wore bright red.
Okay, so beaches of
Regulum
was-
Sicily, which was at the time a Roman, or like I guess Italian at this point.
and that was
place.
in 18.
1289, I think.
1289.
I knew there's an 8. And then they wore the red writ as a fuck you.
Red robes in
Red robes.
defiance of the writ of acceptable attire. WRIT.
I'll rewatch this.
Wed
later.
robes.
When will?
Well, wed robes. Wed robes with a wit. Okay. That's history magic. Next is Oceans class. You guys head all the way down there. And everybody gets to pick a potion to make. Pick a potion, pick a potion.
Is there only a requirement that it's a one we know? Does it have there's like
Okay.
like rarity
All it
matter?
has to be is one that is available to you. For most people, unless you've gone out of your way to get an extra recipe, that is found in the potions reference channel. And it's every year you you get more potion recipes that you can try. All of those are available to you. Jay, you're a potioneer, so you have a few extra that are available to you. Any of those that are known, you may attempt.
Okay. Sorry.
I hope that didn't seem like I was being harsh or
No,
anything.
I just wanted to
trying
ask
to be
for
like
like
very clear.
yeah, that's really appreciated. I asked for confirmation because the potion subclass is a feature that you can attempt like a potion roll at the beginning of this session, but at like certain rarities can't be done on just certain levels.
Yeah, it's but it still is constrained by potions you know. You can't attempt potions you don't know.
How do I attempt a potion?
Just
What's
potion
the
making.
plan?
Gosh. So first you want to call out what potion you're gonna do,
Mhm.
and then you roll a potion making check. It's a skill.
Ah, right, thank you.
I've got mine.
All right, Edward.
So I decided to make a forgetfulness potion, and I rolled a 4. Do I forget how to make it?
Chef's kiss. No. What happens? I think this is funny. You're making it, and you're making it well, but like the fumes are getting to you. Like you don't like put the lid on. It says to put the lid on when you're making it, and only take it off to put stuff in. You keep the lid off to check the water and everything, make you think the color's good. And so when you go by, you forget like the last 6 seconds, and you're like, and a fooper feather, and what's next? Oh, and a fooper feather. And you end up with a ruined forgetfulness potion.
Ah.
Tell
What
me
did
again,
I-
we're picking up potion we've not tried yet, or we have tried before and we
It
failed.
doesn't matter. It's just
Okay.
anything that's available to you.
And then
So
we
yeah.
roll what?
Potion making check.
So it'd be anything from year 1 or 2 of potions.
Yep. Your 2 potions are now available.
I think I turn to. I'll say I'm next to Sarah. It's like, Taylor, I made. Do you remember what I made?
What am I, your keeper?
No, like I really can't remember what I made. Do you remember what it looked like I was making?
I have an idea. She says, just looking at your general demeanor and how you're acting.
Sorry, what were we talking about?
That's a potion of forgetfulness, definitely.
You made a potion of forgetfulness?
No, you did.
I did what?
I twitch.
It's- I got a reaction.
You know what? Don't worry about it.
What shouldn't I worry about?
Your potion of forgetfulness.
Who has a potion of forgetfulness?
Professor, she calls out.
No,
And,
I'm Edward.
Slughorn will help you. Not often do people piss off Taylor. It's lovely.
Yes.
Mhm. Okay. So that was Edward. Terrible grade. It's a D. Yep. Okay. Edward's done. Who's next? Bell.
Draught of forgetful sleep, or draught of dreamless sleep, or whatever it was.
That would be cool. You're kind of mixing potions together.
Yeah,
It's
that
like
would be
it's like the
cool.
bathtub when I was 5. You know?
Yeah, I remember those days. No, draught of dreamless sleep, 13.
13. That's a regular draught of. I don't think it's draught of. It's just dreamless
It's
sleep
just dreamless
potion.
sleep potion or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it
This
is.
is messing
I
me up.
took a glance. I
Dreamless
took a
sleep
glance
potion's kind of
at it.
cool. It gives you the effects of a long rest, so it completely heals all hit points and stuff, with only 4 hours of sleep, uninterrupted. But if you get interrupted in that sleep, no effect. Okay, that's Melanie. Lemon.
19 for sleeping draught.
Cool. So sleeping draught is different than the dreamless sleep potion, but they have similar effects. So sleeping draught will put someone to sleep, and it will keep them asleep, unless they take damage, I think. And then once the duration ends, it just continues for as long as they would normally sleep. So it can actually last quite a long time, and it's more used offensively. That's a regular. Chris, you ready?
Yes. I received a 18 to make a wide eye potion.
18 to make a wide. That's minimum, isn't it, for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Wide eye. Yes,
Mhm.
that's a regular wide eye. Wide eye is very useful for Professor Bin's class, among other things. Also known as the Awakening Potion, drinking this potion removes up to 2 levels of exhaustion. Other uses are awakening someone from non-magical drugging or concussion, and side effects include restlessness and insomnia. So if you drink it, you can't sleep. So if you
Um,
ever had to like not go to sleep ever, wide eye.
that would have been what it was for. We just came out of like History of Magic, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to
So
imagine 'cause,
probably
like
you learned your lesson. You're like making these.
all those long nights of studying. He's like, I finally get to make this, dilutes it a little, and shares it in like little 3 cups of 3 to group up with like Janice and Drusilla. It's like, oh man, what a class! This is
Little
like a coffee at this
4 hour
point.
energies. Yeah. It's an aerosol. Just like put it to your nose, snort it. Sylvie.
Ew. I tried to make elixir to induce euphoria, and I got a
Fun.
12.
That's a
Not.
regular. Yeah. So elixir to induce euphoria. It is a lot of fun to use. I have to be specific about it because they teach it to you. Sorry. Lock in juice. They teach it to you in first year, and I'd say it's a little bit like weed in the way that like it kind of just makes you happy. There's really not a
Little
whole
bit
lot of
hard.
like down, yeah, because you're euphoric. You're all happy and giddy and stuff. Does not, because it's taught in first year. It does not have an actual inebriation effect. So consent is still
Just
fine. You can still consent as you normally would. Caveat on that, but
does it taste
and
different? Will you taste it? Let's say I slipped it into someone's
taste
drink. Like, would anyone notice? Is it
possible.
okay?
It's up in the air if they would or not. That would be a perception check on their side. One last thing that was important. Oh, right, yeah. It's sort of like weed, but if weed wasn't harmful for kids to drink or kids to have, because with kids, it messes up your brain development. But anyway,
Okay.
so if you ever want to make someone really happy,
Yay!
yeah, I say that because down the way, sometimes we have some fun, and I want to keep it lighthearted and not be like, you've just been drugged. No, it's not that. It's not that severe. Cool. Astra, you're last.
I also attempted the potion for the elixir to induce euphoria, and I got a 16.
Also a regular for you.
Regular. Okay. I think that's my first potion I've ever passed. Please tell me that affects my grade at all.
You
I'm
haven't.
in the trenches.
What were you in
Potions.
before? Yes, it does. You have an E.
Worst.
So it's a new year. So like these rolls are completely new. They're not incumbent on what you got last year.
So we're not
Every year it's something new.
building up from last year. Okay.
Exactly. You're not because
Okay.
it's a new year. New year, new you.
So it was
When you
an
drink
E?
this potion, your emotions are overpowered by a sudden, inexplicable happiness. Yes, with the side effects of spontaneous singing and nose tweaking. You gain resistance to psychic damage for 1 hour. And for the duration, you have disadvantage on stealth, intimidation, and deception checks. So it's also useful if you want someone to tell you the truth.
Paired
Not
nicely
that they're
with
more likely to
psychological
tell you the
warfare.
truth, but more so that when they lie to you, they're gonna like, have a little giddy or like a laugh or something.
I'll struggle with those deception rolls.
Okay. That is potions. And technically the end of day. A new day rolls around. And we've got Transfigurations class. Professor Dildero is up at the front. Now, last year we covered change within Transfiguration. Most of you seem to be able to make simple changes to inanimate objects, but this year we'll be researching the art of conjuration. Now, transfiguration comes in 3 different types for the most part. We've got transfiguration, conjuration, and can anyone name for me the last type that we'll be learning in this class? I didn't look up at the right time. I think it was lemon. I'm pretty sure it was lemon with the D6.
Do it for Slytherin, Lemon.
I'm doing it.
Oh, and
What
this is a
are-
history of magic check for anyone who wants to throw their hat in the ring.
Always.
Natural 20.
Let's go, Lemon.
I'll get the message for you.
For Slytherin. Gotta
For
repeat.
Slytherin.
Legit, this will put you in the lead. So, says, can anyone name for me one other type that we'll be learning in this class? Yes, Roderick.
Transmogrification, Professor.
You know, you are the first student in the last 4 years that has actually answered that question correctly. 10 points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor.
Somebody actually listens in this class. And now Slytherin is 2 points ahead. Indeed. Transmogrification is the act of change within living organisms, not just inanimate organisms or objects. Last year, Transfigurations also taught us the law of equivalent exchange. Anyone remember that one? You're not being called upon again. I don't see any hands. D6 to Melanie, another history of magic check.
I don't think I need the D6. I'm gonna be honest.
What'd you get?
A nat 20.
You also got a nat 20?
Yeah. Technically a 22, but it was a nat 20, so.
Last year, Transfiguration taught us the law of equivalent exchange. And remember it? Oh, a Hufflepuff for once. Scamander.
It's a Ravenclaw.
Damn it. Never mind. I got mixed up.
You're okay.
Oh. And I see all the Ravenclaws have their hands up. Scamander.
Simple transfigurations, they will require equal transference of both value and weight. So like the goblet that we did.
What is going on? It's like people actually did their homework. 10 points to Ravenclaw. You are kidding me, Gemma says on the back. Dildero looks over at her and continues. But when it comes to conjuration, we play by very different rules. See, conjuration may conjure any existing inanimate object, provided you have a clear understanding of that object's position on this earth. Now, while there are limitations to this, this is called the law of relational dynamics. Mark that down. The first exemption to the law of relational dynamics can be found on page 16. So please read quietly for the first half of class. And when my little bell rings, ding, 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 he has one up on his desk. You may put these laws into practice. And not before Edward.
Just be right back for a moment.
That's too bad that he missed that. Everybody may pick 2 transfiguration spells of your choice to attempt.
Sorry, be back in a second. My dad needs me. He just
all
had
good.
knee surgery.
2 spells when you come back. Oh my gosh. No way.
What's going on?
What?
Somebody in my Sworn on the Sticks game last night, I just told me to look at it, took their like AI created images for their characters and made them into a video like you might have seen. But these are better than I've seen any other video be. Like in one of them, a character is holding like a champagne glass in front of their portrait. And you know what? I'll pull it up. I'll just pull this one up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Look at this.
Dang.
That is
What the heck?
insane.
What are they using?
That is
That's
insane.
so cool. Like the hand's perfect. And the water rippled and like what?
What? The AI is scary, man. Oh my god.
Here, I'll show another one. So this one was, and this is Faith who made this, if you ever want to talk to them. This one,
No way.
Wicked.
No, that's cursed.
how is it cursed? That's amazing.
It's cursed because it's so good and it's AI.
I'll show you this one, okay? This one I'm actually really amazed by. So the character is a news reporter, and literally in the image it pulls out something from her pocket that isn't in the original image. So this is like the original image, and then watch.
That is it. No.
Right?
No. That is nuts. That is nuts. No. Girl.
What program is that? Is it Journey?
No.
Any idea?
Like original art's probably made from Midjourney, yeah. But I don't know what Faith does. Message Faith if you want to know.
That is insane. Absolutely insane.
Okay, anyone have their spells?
Yeah, I do.
All right, Roderick.
17 for Serpent Sortia and 8 for Obscuro.
So Serpent Sortia, and this is something important to learn. Lemon already knows it. This year you will see there are second year spells that are available. You don't have second level spell slots, meaning you can't actually cast the spell. But Roderick, you have it researched, meaning the next time that you attempt it, you have advantage on the check, and the bot will remember for you. So yeah, that's an E overall, Roderick. What was the other spell? Serpent Sortia and
Obscuro.
Ooh, all right. You cast out on your desk a few times, Obscuro, and you watch a dark black blindfold appear, and it like ties itself in a single instant and drops down onto your desk.
I am so amazing.
Roderick. Ian.
Okay, here's the damage report. Incendio Glacia, 7, and Incendio, 5.
Gildro doesn't like you.
I mean,
You a D.
but man, do I have the E for effort?
No. How many times do I have to tell you? I ring my little bell, then we start doing spell casting. There's now a proper time where you're supposed to read your textbooks and can do nothing else. I had too many students just jumping in it head first.
Sorry I set the bell on fire, Professor. I really thought I had Incendio down this time.
He turns back toward his desk, and the bell is melted onto his desk. That was a gift.
I'm sorry. Do I have detention?
What do you think?
Do you want to spend more time with me in your presence?
Oh, no. Detention hall. You'll be
Oh,
spending time, intimate time, with Professor Binns.
Edward contemplates. I could jump out a window again. That might work.
You're on the ground floor.
I could jump out a window. That might work.
All right. That's Edward. Sylvie.
I tried Nebulous, got an 11, and Serpent Sortia and failed it with a 4.
11 and 4. P. Overall. Serpent Sortia, really complex spell. So that spell is for conjuring snakes. We see it used in the movies by Draco Malfoy during the duel. Serpent Sortia! And he sends it off, and then fucking Gilderoy Lockhart says some weird shit and it sends it up into the air. I think he casts Ascendio on it. Makes no sense. Anyway, the snake itself is real, I believe. Yes, it's a real snake. So you're actually conjuring it, or when you would cast it, you conjure it from a place, and it suddenly is here. There's some effects that you learn about it, which is that the snake becomes aggressive, kind of gets agitated by the teleport. However, it becomes charmed by you. It will never attack you.
Wait, but I failed it. Will it attack me if I fail it?
Well,
Or
you
does it just
couldn't
not come
conjure it.
out?
One,
Oh,
yeah,
just no
yeah.
snake. Okay.
Yeah,
entirely
you need a lot more. So like it's available to you to cast once you have the spell slots to cast it, but you won't have advantage.
Perfecto.
Melanie.
She attempted Nebulous twice. Both times failed. Um, she's not having a good day.
Did you get
So
number?
I got a 10 the first time, which still says it failed, and then I got a
Yep.
6 the second time.
Yup, that's a peak. So Melanie, you're nearby Sylvie. Nebulous. 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 And like nothing's coming out. And then Sylvie, you try out Nebulous. And the first spell this class that actually works, a smoke, except it's not smoke, a cloud billows out of the end of Sylvie's wand.
Wow. Look at that. I did it. I did something.
Good job.
I made a cloud.
She says through gritted teeth. I'm so happy for you.
She's really trying to be, man. She just can't.
Jay.
Man, I didn't think I'd do this, but I think I'm taking the crown from Ian here.
Oh no!
think-
Don't say
Uh,
that.
How dare you?
Don't
So
lose us the
with
lead,
with
Jay.
subscriber bonus, right? With the inspo reroll, do you just take the first one, the next roll, or
Wait, who gave you their subscriber?
Danny said they did.
Oh,
I
that's
can't
nice.
verify if they didn't.
Yeah, so
Um.
you roll twice and take the higher result.
Oh yeah, I already rolled it because I rolled and then I reread my notes and then I got a nat 1 and then they gave me their subscriber bonus graciously. So instead of a nat 1, it's now a 5.
Yeah.
And that's for Obscuro and Sir Pensortia, I got a 6. I don't.
5 and
I don't.
6. That is a P. Your
I know, but
only O. You're like. Oh wait, no. Was it your only? Wait a
it
second.
was not my only O. I had a couple O's, but that
Your
wasn't my
other
only
O
one.
is gone. Your other O's are gone.
I think I'm gonna be physically sick.
Your final O swept up into the wind. Man, it got really more complicated this year. Every single year, the transfiguration concepts become more and more difficult to comprehend, to put into practice. And you start to see why Professor D is so strict about it all. So, well, it was Serpent Sortia for research. And what was the other one you were doing that you failed?
Obscuro for a 5.
Got you. So you cast out Obscuro, and you do conjure a blindfold. However, the blindfold wraps around your own eyes. Ah! And it cinches itself at the back of your yes, just like that, at the back of your head, and you're unable to get it off.
Help! Rin! Do not put rocks in my pocket! Stop!
It's the perfect opportunity.
No!
She's
Can Melody
stuffing
try to
rocks
like
into his
wordlessly
pocket.
help him? Will
Yeah,
Understand this now.
Melanie try to help him?
Make a athletics check unless you have a different idea.
No, I was really just gonna have her try and help him, whether it succeeds or
Make
not.
an athletics check.
Oh,
Why is this
succeed.
blindfold so strong?
Yeah, it's really strong. You tug, come on, and then boom, almost like the Tupperware lid coming off of the Tupperware. The blindfold goes flying off of him.
Oh, thank you. Who's that?
Welcome.
Oh. Thank you. See, I knew
You're
I
welcome.
believed in you. Like, where did you even get these rocks? Rin? What?
Melanie catching strays. I love it.
Well, because like back in lunch, she was like the only one to say, I believe in you. You can go to that
Yeah.
forbidden forest and touch that
Mm.
those werewolves. Anyways, you want
Just
some
don't
rocks?
involve me.
Yeah.
You want some rocks?
No, where did you get all these rocks, Rin?
Actually, I will take the rocks.
My gift.
Thanks.
What is it with the
Those
rocks?
are a gift from me, Rin says. That's so
I'll keep
rude.
one. Oh,
The rocks
sorry. I
aren't
just
nice. They're like pebbles from the lake.
Hockey will do
Aye.
something with these.
yeah. Well, unlike some people, I noticed them this time, and I look over to Professor Dildero.
Hold on, you just severely cut out for me.
He
Oh,
says, unlike some people, I actually noticed them this time. And Rin goes, shut up. And the two of them look over toward the teacher, who's been rocking around with like a growing number of rocks in his pocket, in his trench coat. And he doesn't know why it's getting more and more heavy.
I feel like I'm a little bit incriminating right now. Don't really care. Okay, I'll take them. Hockey will do something with them.
By 5th year, his arms are going to be like,
isn't that more his back if it's in his pockets?
Could
does it
know how
always be with
muscles
his deep
work, Jay?
pockets.
Well, Neither do I. I don't know. Sorry, you were saying, Melanie.
Could always be like sleeve pockets if he has any.
Yes, sleeve pockets. Did I say sorry again?
Those are a thing.
I think
I
so.
mean,
They're
I've seen them.
like they're the sleeves, right?
Astra. You got yours?
Yes, I do, and have a little bit of a scene with your
Ooh.
permission.
Yeah.
I've
What
been
are we doing?
preparing. Okay, so I'll tell you the one I passed, I think, first. Nebulous 11, which said I passed.
Success. Yes.
And then Obscuro. So at first, Astra tries Obscuro, and then it blinds her. So then she reads her notes.
You were intending for that to happen.
I read my notes to re-roll. And I rolled the exact same thing again. So I played myself. Yeah. I obscured my
Inspiration.
own brain.
Inspiration to breathe.
I obscured my own notes. So mad.
Where did you get those?
I have it when I'm in therapy, when I challenge people, like, well, how would you and your confident self say that? I haven't put them on.
Your
But this time I
confident
played
self.
myself with it. Yeah.
I love that.
What would your gangster self say that? Like, set that boundary. But no,
Oh,
I obscured
it's
my
a
notes.
0. You got a 0.
Yeah, a 3 minus 3 is a 0 twice. The same exact thing. 3 minus 3.
What about, and then your
So
nebulous was a 11 or whatever.
11.
A 0 and 11.
A swing and a miss.
High or low?
A
Call it out. High or low.
low. That's how I feel.
The low gods have blessed both Ian and you this day.
What's that
You
mean?
have the higher. Well, it's not the best, but you essentially rolled enough for an A and also enough for a T. So normally I would go in between those, between a P and a D. Instead of getting a D, you get a P.
Okay, I'm trying to remember how bad that is. Okay.
So it goes
A P.
O, E, A.
That's right.
Those are the passing grades, and then P, D, T.
And I got a P.
So you're very close to passing.
I'm at a dreadful.
Literally everybody but Roderick
I'm
is
dreadfully
failing.
close. Okay. I'm dreadfully close. That's my reframe. Yeah.
You're like Nebulous that you cast earlier is still going on. And the 0 when you cast out Obscuro again, rain comes straight down onto you.
Just soaked my notes. Black
Completely
ink.
soaked your notes. Yep, the ink starts to
Yeah.
travel.
Humbles me.
Oh, thank goodness. All right, monkeys. We're done for the day. I think you guys have dinner and then charms. I do not want to hear about any tardies. Oh, and your homework essays to the front, please. To the front. And people start walking up, and Janice puts hers there first, and then walks by, and everybody takes their go. Sylvie,
Sir.
make a perception check.
5.
All right, Sylvie, you get up, and our camera will show the wide shot of the classroom. Most of the desks people are starting to grab their things from, and it will focus forward toward one desk nearby that is empty. Over lunch, charms is next. It's actually our last little thing to get done, which is perfect. We're making perfect time. Wilfred goes up to you, Sylvie. Hey, you seen Nolan?
Um, not since breakfast, actually.
We were supposed to do a chocolate frog trade. I think he's trying to get out of it.
Wait, did I have class with him?
We all have class
Actually,
together, Sylvie.
Doit. I don't remember. I don't actually remember talking to him. I have to say, I don't think he's been his usual Nolan self.
I mean, he's a bit of a loner anyway. He's probably just down in the common room. Talk to you later.
Maybe.
Dad's off to go to the common room.
Can I do some researching? Can I go find him?
I mean, if you want to. He's not at lunch.
We're at dinner now, aren't we?
Oh, sorry, dinner.
Okay,
Yeah,
dinner.
he's not at dinner.
And that's the end of the day for us after dinner, isn't it?
No, it's
Free
Charms.
time. God damn it. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'll wait till Charms. Give him some space. Decompression.
Okay. You're walking through the hallways together, and after dinner, heading off toward Charms class, and you can hear Juniper and Melanie kind of talking. You've not been yourself. You're acting weird.
I've always acted weird.
Okay, yeah, more weird than normal. I mean, first year you were like a bundle of nerves, and this year it's like you want to pick a fight with everybody. What the hell is up?
Nothing's up.
If you want to pick a fight, you just have to invite me, okay? You want to beat the crap out of Roderick? I'm here for you.
Listen, Juniper, I appreciate it. I don't want to talk about this.
Oh. I get it. Sure. Of course. Not something to share with someone the likes of me, right?
Not something to share with anyone, actually.
She goes to Charms class. And she does not sit by you. 13-year-old drama. Okay. So Sylvie, you overhear all that.
I just typed it out. What happened over the summer? What is...
Jump out of the darkness like...
We don't know yet. We're going to figure that out soon.
Okay.
Well, how
Right.
would you respond to somebody doing that, though, in character, Melanie? I mean, she was kind of loud, right? So
Oh.
might make you
Oh,
irritable.
did she actually say that in character?
Was it in character, Danny?
That was, yeah. That was me being like, what? Actually,
Yeah,
both.
she jumped out
What were
from
the
behind
exact
you and
words?
yelled.
What were the exact words again?
What happened over the summer?
I don't
Between
see
you and
why it's
Juniper.
your business. She just kind of
You're right.
walks away.
It's not my business, but it affects me emotionally.
It shouldn't.
You're supposed to be my friend.
Inspiration to Sylvie. Inspiration. Actually, I already gave inspiration for the angst to Melanie today, so no, not giving another one. Actually, no, I couldn't because you already had one. So gain the inspiration. Them and Sylvie. Lovely. We head into Charms class, and Sylvie, you can see Jay and Astra and Logan and Drusilla all kind of sitting together over there. You can see Wilfred hasn't shown up yet for Charms class. He's often late. You can see Edward talking with Gemma on the far side. And Roderick, do you want to take this opportunity to talk to her? Because you were looking for her before. I don't know or not.
Yes, he's
So Roderick
definitely just going to be setting up next to Gemma.
goes and sits down. Where do you sit down, Sylvie?
I will sit. So I'm aware that Nolan is going through something. So I'm going to sit down to the back of the room so I can see if he turns up late. and hope that he comes to the spare desk next to me. I'm guessing, do we have separate desks or do we have large tables in this room?
So in Charms class, they're
So-
actually sort of like bleachers. They're on each side
Oh, with
wall,
the benches.
and there's like a lane in the middle with a pulpit at the very end by the window. It's actually shown in our title sequence. So it's like a long desk that everyone sits at, 2 rows on each side.
I will sit at the end just in case he turns up late, just so I can be like, Psst, you okay, buddy?
Yeah. You go and sit down over there. And there's one girl who's already over there. So you get your stuff, you set it all out, and then the camera will like move so we can see the other person, and she's staring directly at you. It's Taylor.
Hi, Taylor. Are you okay?
Yeah, normally sit here.
Well, I just looks really comfy, and I think you are lovely. So I just wanted to. I can go. Do you want me to?
Oh. No,
Okay.
you can stay here.
Okay. I don't know if I want to anymore.
I'm glad someone sees it.
So I
It's just super awkward sitting next to Taylor for the class.
Mhm.
The two personalities here are so disparate. And Taylor was like very paranoid almost as to why are you sitting next to me? And you struggle to remain comfortable in this space, but now you're here and everyone else has already sat down and Charms class is beginning.
So Taylor, charms class, eh?
What's that supposed
Yeah,
to mean?
so this what's I yeah, I don't know. Nice shoes.
Arnesia comes by and sits down. Oh, hey, Sylvie. What's up?
Hey, niece. Yeah, great. Yeah, just it's hot in here, isn't it? Oh my god.
She sits down next to Taylor, and then Taylor goes, it's kind of weird. Cutting away, Roderick. Well, I guess it would be Edward's little thing here. So Gemma and you are sitting next to each other. So you first position is lower down on the wand if you want to hold around here, and then third position's at the top, second's obviously in the middle. So first, second, third, they're like gaining up on each other.
Sorry, question out of character. Is he saying that to Edward or Roderick?
No, saying that to Edward. Yeah, not you.
Don't worry, Gemma. I know what I'm doing. I practiced Accio all summer and learned exactly what not to do.
Okay, so which position is Accio then?
You know, it's more of a feeling I've figured out because I tried all those and it resulted in a vase hitting me in the back 12 times. The same vase.
Don't you
though.
think that might be an indication that you're maybe doing it wrong?
So you're saying
Just
I
a
should
thought.
face away from the object I want to summon?
No, that's not exactly. And that's when Roderick, you can enter into the conversation.
Good evening, Hawthorne. Good evening, Jason.
She gives a little nod and she doesn't say anything.
Gemma, can I have a quick word with you?
I suppose.
Look,
Edward, just think on it, okay?
Oh yeah, don't worry. I was gonna go team up with Sadie anyway. So have fun, and I'll give Roderick a pat on the shoulder. It's like, good luck, buddy. You got it, Roddy.
bye, Edward. See you later.
See you later, Roddy.
Do for him.
Don't call me Roddy.
Hi. What can I do for you, Roderick?
Look, Gemma,
She stands up with you.
I realized that I was pretty rude when you
No,
had my
no.
back.
I was rude. I've been. There's my bad.
No, you did the right thing. You tried to help a friend, and I really do appreciate it. I just believe that in situations like this, I have to be the one stepping up for myself.
Yes.
And I shouldn't be letting Scamander do whatever she did. She's being
Just-
very mean this year.
Honestly, I didn't really talk with her very much before now.
She
Is she
definitely
always like
did.
that?
No, she's acting very weird because on our first year in the train, we sat together both times and she was perfectly, a little bit awkward, but nothing like that.
Well, sometimes people aren't who you think they are first glance.
Are you warning me for someone? Is there some gossip I should know?
No, nothing like that. Life advice I like to live by. Never
Oh.
judge a book by its cover. Funny that Gemma's the one saying that.
Anyways,
Not entirely, at least.
I just want to make sure that things between us are okay. Besides, you're my only true friend. You and Gideon, surprisingly enough.
You're friends with Wilfred.
I don't know how, but we ended up going to an opera this summer as well.
Oh. Wow, I didn't think that Gideon's tastes were so refined.
It was quite interesting, actually. It was. What was the play called again? I don't remember, but it was this plot where there's like, oh, the Mad's Masquerade. There we go.
Oh, that's based on a book series. I've read them. Don't worry, I won't spoil anything for you.
I mean, I watched the play. Did you like it? Did you watch it?
Not yet. And there's
Wow.
this nice little camaraderie that you've been able to find with her again. She no longer feels guilty. She should. She said some really terrible things, but she doesn't feel guilty anymore. Then again, she never felt guilty toward Mel. So it's like so uncomfortable for me at times when I'm playing these like problematic characters. Because I'm like, oh, like
We
come
love
on, girl.
problematic
Come on,
characters,
girl.
though. We love
You're-
them, though. Look at
You're
the
selling the
problematic kids
perception.
bonding.
It's so skewed.
I
Okay.
feel you so much on that one.
Yeah, right?
Problematic kids bonding. We love it. They're best
It
friends.
hurt to. It literally hurt, like it physically hurt to like do that to Juniper. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, it'll be a
But I
great
had
story.
to stick with the theme. I
Yeah.
had to stick with the theme.
It'll
I
be lovely.
request more suffering for all my characters. 2 extra helpings of it.
I am very happy with a good dose of suffering with a happy ending.
Oh, what's this? This was a few minutes ago. I think that's an advantage. I'll quickly check Twitch. How many points do you have, Jess? Let me see. No, it's a D4 to Sylvie's next check. Aww. That's nice of you. Jess, why did Jess say you should give inspo to me? I don't understand. Not a lot of points. Spent them all today.
I agree. Alex does deserve inspo. Am I right, fellas?
Yeah, Alex, you deserve inspo.
Go ahead, take inspiration.
Yep, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Alex, add
Okay.
inspo.
All right. I'll star. I'll get a gold star on my record. Did job. Gold star. Okay.
Oh, well, that's the most important thing.
No. When you give me inspo, I just assign disadvantage to one of your rolls whenever I want to. Why did you say Alex then? Why did you say Alex on it? fine. Ever gets inspiration.
Y'all, I hate it.
We still think you deserve inspo, Alex.
Yeah, you get to keep
Yeah.
it. Actually, take
You have
on the
to
house.
say who you're giving it to in the message. That's why there's a message box for it.
Quick
Wow.
above table side note, I just thought my wand was actually magic because it kept sticking to my bone. Like it freaked me out. Like I lifted
It's
up my phone
metal.
and my wand went up. I didn't realize it was metal. I guess I forgot. I thought it was wood. And I was like,
You had to have forgot because when you first got it, you told us all it was
no,
metal.
I know. I did. That's why I was like, wait a minute. And then I had to share my
magic.
I can't.
Magnets
you
are
know
a
we're
certain
laughing at
kind
me.
of magic. Yeah.
That's
been a long
very
time.
Astra coded.
I know. That's why I had to share. There was in character and me. Recoded.
Good evening, class, Professor Flitwick says. I said, good evening, class.
Good
Good
evening,
evening,
Professor.
That's better. Yes, I hope you all had a good summer break. Today we're going to be going over a few. The door opens up to the classroom. Wilfred comes out. Oh, Mr. Gideon? Toddy. Sorry, Professor. Toward the back, please. The back. Yes. Wilfred gets up, sees Roderick, and he goes to sit down with him. He starts looking around.
What's wrong? You look uneasy.
You see Nolan?
No, I don't even hang around Nolan. He's probably in the dorms or something.
No, I just came from there.
Okay, maybe he's in the bathroom.
Since first period?
Wait. You're actually right. He hasn't been here for any class.
I hope you've all been practicing the wrist movements I taught you. Let's begin. And we are going to... We actually don't have the time to finish all the spells, so we'll leave it for next time. That worry hangs in the air. Something comes over you, Roderick. Something in your chest. A feeling that you can't quite get rid of. Sylvie, you feel it too. Something's not right at Hogwarts. We'll see everybody next time for Magic Mysterium on Wednesday mornings for session 5. See you guys then. Woo!
Oh my gosh, that was great.
Bye, stream.